1AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
The office says Gavad Tyson was wounded in the leg in the 1100 block of Wade Street a few minutes after 9 p.m. and died at a hospital a short time later. State police are investigating. 2 people were hospitalized overnight after a fire in Butler County. The blaze reported at a mobile home in the 100 block of York Road in Cranberry Township around 1:30 a.m. There is no word on the conditions of the injured or what caused that fire. A Pittsburgh council member says the city is heading towards financial trouble. And as News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush reports, the lawmaker wants to hit the brakes on spending before taxes go up.
Councilwoman Teresa Kelsmith says the city controller and several of her colleagues see the situation as a budget crisis, but the Gainey administration paints a different picture.
They both make compelling arguments, so I think we need to have a conversation about what our priorities are with the budget, how we're providing services to our residents, and where we need to cut or where we need to add and how we can add.
She says a spending freeze could help the city avoid a tax hike, something she's hoping to prevent.
I don't want to raise taxes until we've done everything we can do to be fiscally responsible stewards of the taxpayers' dollars.
Kelsmith's proposal would pause most hiring, non-essential travel, and grants to outside groups. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A Southside nonprofit has purchased the former Rite Aid store in Mount Oliver. Pittsburgh Business Times reports the Brochure Association paid $350,000 for that location in the 200 block of Hayes Avenue. There's no word yet on what the organization plans to do with the location. Years of work are about to wrap up on a major roadway in Cranberry Township. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has that.
Officials on Tuesday held a ceremonial ribbon cutting for the $25 million second phase of the Freedom Road expansion. This phase added new turning lanes, new traffic signals, and a widening of the road between Haynes School Road and Powell Road. Cranberry Township Board of Supervisors Chair Bruce Heslop says when the work is officially done next month, getting around will be much easier.
It expanded it to 4 lanes with a center lane into it, all the way down into the Beaver County line. So up until that point, it had been a 2-lane road, a heavily trafficked 2-lane road.
Next, Butler County officials would like to get the tens of millions needed for a similar widening through 7 fields. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 339 points at 46,609. The Nasdaq is up 238 points, and the S&P is up 64. KDKA Sports Game 3 of the ALCS tonight. Toronto is at Seattle, and the Mariners are up 2-0 in the series. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:03. If you're injured, time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. It's mostly cloudy and 55 at Pittsburgh International. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Looking for an adventure getaway? AAA presents a snowmobile adventure in Jackson and Yellowstone National Park. Enjoy a 5-night stay and 3 full days of guided snowmobiling with gear, winter suit, boots, helmet, and gloves all included. Plus a free day to explore your way, cross-country or downhill skiing, dog sledding, more snowmobiling, and more. Winter is the best time for adventure experiences in Wyoming. Don't miss it. Visit your local AAA office or call 1-800-354-8761 today.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Good morning, Marty. What's up is we have an accident on the northbound side of 51, right where you're trying to head onto the West End Circle and toward the West End Bridge. So we have city officers and other emergency vehicles on the scene, and you'll find sluggish traffic as you get by that accident in a single lane. No accidents on the Parkway West, just backing at the top of Green Tree Hill. The Parkway East has eased off, and you're slow go only around Edgewood Swissvale. Speaking of the eastern suburbs, though, want to remind you that William Penn Highway has closed in both directions between Evergreen Drive and Duff Road. This is a round-the-clock closure through 5 on Monday morning, October 20th. Crews are going to set the new structure for the I-376 portion that stretches over Old William Penn Highway. In that area, there is a posted detour. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65 this afternoon, then turning clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine, high 63 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Many postmenopausal women like me have osteoporosis. There is no cure, but simple changes in our lives can keep us on the path to healthier bones. Osteoporosis can weaken your bones and slowly rob you of your independence. A daily exercise routine, along with a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D, can make a huge difference in your bone health. Taking care of your bones is necessary for healthy aging and lifelong independence. Learn how to start your own path to good bone health. Get bone health tips at pathtogoodbonehealth.org.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Thursday at 2:37 p.m. for your weekly Medicare update with Lisa Lauro from Secure Money Health. Lisa will provide you information on everything related to Medicare and how to prepare for it. Brought to you by Secure Money Health.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
And before we get into the minutiae of the day, I want to play something that is had me in tears yesterday afternoon when I heard it live. As a father, and Christine hasn't heard this, but believe me, it's touching. Charlie Kirk's wife made this a commentary yesterday as her husband posthumously got this award from Trump. And I couldn't help but think of my daughters when his wife read this live, and she's breaking down, and why the hell wouldn't she? Why the hell wouldn't she? Listen to this.
And before I close, I'll share with you that I asked our daughter what she would like to say to Daddy for his birthday. She said, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream. And I want you to go have a birthday surprise. I love you," is what she said. And while our son is precious, he can't yet speak. In classic Kirk family fashion, his actions spoke louder than his words, and his gift to you, Charlie, and myself for that matter, was deciding to become the man of the house and be fully potty trained at 16 months. But Charlie, baby, I know that you're celebrating in heaven today, but gosh, I miss you.
Wow. That's so beautiful. I mean, just the words of a child. It's really, really special.
So there we have it. All the political rhetoric aside, play the top of it again. And I could hear my daughters, because they've written me so many cards like this over the years and said these sorts of things.
And before I close, I'll share with you that I asked our daughter what she would like to say to Daddy for his birthday. She said, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream. And I want you to go have a birthday surprise. I love you."
That's enough. I think all politics aside and rhetoric aside and the horror of what happened to him aside, that's how little girls think about their dads.
Yeah, yeah. I think it does help make it more real that this is not just a political figure, but a man who is a dad and a husband. And, no matter what you think about his politics,
who cares?
It's a real tragedy.
It made me also think about Shapiro because I'm friends with him and I really like him.
That's what I thought of when I heard this too, yeah.
And I thought, I was texting him this morning about that video I saw, the governor's mansion and the horrifying lack of security, that someone should get their ass fired.
Well, he was so open yesterday about how terrifying that was for him and his family and how hard it is to be in public service and how he often feels guilt because he loves this job, but he's seeing how it has put his family in jeopardy, and that's a really tough position to be in.
All that aside, I grew up on Noble Street and Shadyside, and we had drug addicts in the neighborhood. This is the truth. And we went on vacation. My parents went on vacation, and I had my paper out, so I stayed home alone. While I was doing papers early in the morning, someone kicked in the door, ransacked their house, and destroyed everything, and stole my stereo, which I loved. I never wanted to go back in that house again. To that point, if I'm Shapiro's kids and his wife, I don't want back in there. And I love the cops, and I don't have to defend my position here because cops are smart people. If you saw that video, you know how the state police screwed that up. From top to bottom. That man jumped that fence, walked across the lawn, threw a Molotov cocktail through the damn window, climbed in the damn window, walked through several rooms slowly, lit the damn house on fire, tried to kick in some doors, still no cop, walked out, went home, still no cop, and tried to kill the damn governor. If he wasn't a real criminal, they'd all be dead. They should be ashamed, the state police.
Yeah,
and I know they listen.
That video yesterday was pretty shocking to see him in that house just walking around and how close he was to the governor, his wife, their kids who were home. Honestly, it was pretty terrifying, and you could see why the governor said it haunts him, and he is trying to unsee it because, like you said...
Forget that. The state police need to see it and fix it. They should be ashamed. They'd be ashamed. They should be ashamed. Go ahead, Trevin.
Today is a holiday in our faith, a moment to renew our spirituality and our connection to God. I want you to know we've leaned a lot on our faith these past 6 months to try and work through this. We've also leaned on the faith of so many others in the process. We've been so strengthened by the faith and the prayers that others have shared with us. And we have seen so much light in the midst of this darkness. I want you to know we are not deterred in our desire to serve others, in part because of our faith and how strongly we lean on it, and in part because of the examples that others have set for us. We remain focused and committed to doing our work on behalf of the good people of Pennsylvania, and nothing and no one will stop us from doing that important
Good for him.
work.
But I'll tell you what we should have. A full report. They brought in a damn consultant to tell the state police how they jacked this up, and they did. Believe me, they jacked this up. Notice how none of us have seen that damn report. Why? Why? Because they're ashamed. They'll lie and say, we have to protect the report and the holes in security. Really? No, we saw the damn holes. That was like Barney Fife. Guy walking through the house and no cop. Where is the cop that's supposed to be in that house? Huh? Where is the cop that's supposed to be in that house? Huh? Embarrassing and shameful. You could have a dead governor, and his whole family could be dead. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is just some residual delays from the rush hour on the parkways. Parkway West inbound is slow at the Parkway Center Mall area before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Making your way to the Squirrel Hill tunnels, you're lining up at Edgewood Swissvale on 376. A reminder for you that gas line replacement work had gotten underway today in Elizabeth Township, so you'll find lane restrictions on Scenery Drive, Route 48, and Mill Hill Road. Crews will work daily on your weekdays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Scenery Drive between Circle Drive and Buck Lane, and on Mill Hill Road from Scenery Drive to Jacktown Road. That work runs through early November. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry Nasseri, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect. Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather. Folks, it's October. Crisp mornings. Cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows. Get 2 free. Custom made. Professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
Fall in for some fantastic fall savings at Coons Market.
Fresh split chicken breasts, $1.99 a pound. Honey Crisp apples, 99 cents a pound. And Totino's pizza rolls, 24.8-ounce packages, 2 for $7. Come see us at Coons.
When I've had family members and friends with serious medical issues involving mistakes made by doctors, and it does happen, I take them to Perry Calder. John Perry is one of my closest friends, and he's one of the best lawyers in the country. He has doctors on staff. Look, I'm telling you, these big medical companies, they fear this law firm. They're that good. They're that successful. Perry Calder Law, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder Law, 412-281-4200. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I sent Teresa Smith, councilwoman who I've admired for a hell of a long time, for her courage. I sent her a text last night. Courage. You know why? Woman tells the damn truth. She has leadership in a city that's lacking leadership, and she's being honest. She says, "Hey, look, let's freeze hiring. Let's freeze raises. Let's cut if we have to. Let's do it. Let's stop grants and non-essential travel. Come on. Non-essential overtime. Come on. Cut off the use of those procurement cards." Teresa Smith is showing leadership. And you know what she says to me? "Thank you. I'm getting ripped apart on social media." You know what I'd say to them? Teresa, screw off. People can't handle the truth, can they, my friend? Can they?
Well, I think that there's a lot of people hurting, and I think there's a lot of miscommunication being shared, sometimes intentionally, and sometimes just really because they don't know the whole story about what happened and how this all began. And I think that's prompting some of it.
But it is true that people can't handle the truth, can they?
Well, I think that what people are concerned about is how it's going to affect them.
Yep.
You know, and when you're talking about, pay raises and hiring and people who are struggling in this economy, I think it's natural for people to worry. But I want people to understand we're trying to do the best we can with the money and the taxpayers' money that we're entrusted to, oversee. We're trying to do the best we can with those funds. And it's not easy because things are costing a lot more than they used to, and there's a lot more work that needs to be done. So I feel like we need to focus on the things we are responsible for doing, like paving roads. Public safety is a huge issue, including ambulances. And those are things that the residents want to see. And they're paying taxes and scraping together sometimes, the little bit of money they have. We have people that aren't, buying food for themselves as much as they should. They're not being able to pay for their medical expenses. There's so much going on, and everybody's struggling. And so we're trying to figure out how can we help deliver the services we're supposed to deliver. And somebody had called me and asked me if I would consider putting in a tax increase. And I said, absolutely not. I said, if we did everything we had to do on our part to make sure that we're being responsible stewards of the public dollars, then I would absolutely consider whatever we had to do to make sure we kept the city of Pittsburgh running in the way that we need to keep it running. But we can't keep doing things like having grant programs, which we're not a grant distribution. We're not a foundation. We are using these are not private dollars; these are public dollars. And so, I want to make sure that whatever we're doing it responsibly. And I just couldn't fathom thinking about raising taxes unless we did.
Well, and Teresa, I do think a lot of people were thrilled when they saw the mayor's preliminary budget with no taxes. But the problem is revenue is going down. As you said, things are costing more. A lot of things need to be replaced. Is that where the problem comes in, that you still need to find ways to save money?
Yeah, and so what we have is, and we also have different opinions on where we are with the budget. So for council members trying to make decisions, it makes it really challenging because we're trying to make sure that we're delivering the services we're supposed to deliver, making sure we understand the importance of some of the programs that we do fund, understanding that there are grant funds and such things already established. And this year, so just to be clear, the resolution that I put forward on Friday, which I did stop and took it off the agenda until we have a chance to work through it. But when I put that on the agenda, it initially was supposed to exclude the current year's grant funding because for people that were already informed that they were receiving it. But that doesn't mean going forward we should be looking at everything we're spending, every penny before we raise taxes. I don't care what kind of program it is. Although I can tell you the Stop the Violence funds are not going to be a grant program next year. It's in the budget for a contractual.
Trish, I don't want to run out of time with you. There's no way in hell that anyone in the city should get a raise next year as long as projected to have millions of dollars in deficit spending. Massive problems with overtime. Massive problems with equipment. Massive problems with police, right?
I agree that we have a lot of problems that we need to address, and I'm looking forward to the budget conversations. And I will say that when I talk to the administration, they have a very different view of this.
They do.
And they never once mentioned raising taxes on their end, but there are people that do work with them.
Well, hold on, Teresa. The numbers don't lie. The numbers that they project are not accurate. They're not fair. They're not realistic. They're in la-la land. The truth is, if we continue along this path, someone like you's got to say, whoa, we're screwed. We might have to raise taxes, and that's why you brought it up, isn't it?
That is exactly why I brought it up. I want to make sure we're having a conversation with our residents, letting them know the crisis situation that we're in with our funding. And I think it's also, I'm also hopeful that with the new administration coming in, maybe they'll be able to secure a pilot program or something that will help offset this budget a little bit. And maybe those dollars could be used for things. Those are private dollars. Maybe they could be used for things that we don't typically fund. But I think the things that we need to fund, you know, people are expecting to, nobody wants an ambulance breaking down on the way to the
Right
hospital.
on.
I think we have icy roads every time it snows or rains with freezing rain or anything like that. Nobody wants to have to worry about the safety of their family of themselves. So we have to do what we have to do to make sure we're addressing all those things. And I would be honest, I'm actually a fan of the REACH program, which I wasn't at first. I was a big critic. But I do think that that's a program that we need to look at funding, because I do see them on the streets. I do see them talking to the residents. I do see them intervening with families and kids. So there are things that we have to really talk about. What is working and what isn't.
But Teresa, taxpayers in the county are paying almost 40% more. We cannot do the same thing to city taxpayers, can we, Teresa? No way.
Well, I think we can, because we have the city, we have the county increase, we have the school district increase, and now the city. We have people barely making it now. We have people losing homes. When we talk about the homeless population, this contributes to that kind of stuff. And so, and it's making people they're very anxious about it. And a lot of people are just really struggling, and they're looking to us to do the most responsible things with their dollars and to help them in the ways that we can.
Teresa Smith, I love your courage and your honesty. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both. Have a great day.
She's a leader, something we're lacking in this town.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know, taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
55 and mostly cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. This 15th day of the government shutdown is when many federal employees stop getting paid. The Trump administration has found a way to keep paying members of the military, but for many others, the clock has run out.
There is no win, there is no value, there is no savings by continuing this government shutdown.
Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski.
Let's just end it. Let's get people back to work. Let's get people paid. Let's get functioning again.
A GOP spending bill to end the shutdown fell short for an 8th time in the Senate yesterday. A Pittsburgh restaurant owner has closed one eatery and is opening another. Over the weekend, Tony DiDonato closed Luca Ristorante after many decades of operation in Oakland. DiDonato and his team are preparing to open a new Italian restaurant named La Dolce Vita on East Carson Street on the south side. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports the new restaurant opening Monday will offer simpler and more affordable Italian cuisine. Former U.S. Ambassador to the Vatican, Francis Rooney, is giving Pope Leo XIV high marks so far.
Super excited. I think he will be a fantastic pope.
On the Big K Morning Show, Rooney described Pope Leo as smart, calm, and a great communicator who will inspire young people.
He speaks clearly. He speaks like an American. I think people can understand what he's trying to say, and his message will resonate, perhaps better than a more obtuse European viewpoint.
Rooney believes Pope Leo's American background will enable him to build bridges between the U.S. and other nations. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 362 points at 46,632. The NASDAQ is up 311, and the S&P is up 76 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. So we're about to get our fifth Bowser car. That's not exaggeration. And I'm going to tell you why. For so many reasons. Number one, the way they treat you at the sale. To them, your family. And we got three brands. We got Subarus, plural. Hyundai, my wife has the Santa Fe, which she loves. Genesis, probably the coolest car I've ever had, and I get asked about it every single day. And when there's a service opportunity, when it needs service, they pick up the car. They drop off another car. They fix the car, and they bring the car back, and it's with a smile. When there's an accident, they drove out of state to get parts to fix one of the cars that was struck from behind. Everybody's okay. And they fix the car to perfection. Look, man, there's a lot of family dealerships out there. Nah, there's one Bowser. There's one Bowser family. And everything they do is about family and taking care of you. The Bowser experience. It's absolutely amazing. Hey, folks, Marty here. CCAC rocks. They're the best, from training for careers in skilled trades to programs in robotics, cybersecurity, aviation, culinary arts, business management, and more. CCAC has it all. Folks, it's the real deal with expert instructors, industry-grade equipment, high-tech learning spaces, and more. Want a future with little debt? Campus open house events, virtual information sessions, on-site tours. CCAC.edu, CCAC.edu.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
How long have you had sharp pains in your heel or that burning sensation on the bottom of your feet? Do you want to lose weight and exercise, but cannot because of foot, ankle, knee, or low back pain? Many people come to the Good Feet store and talk about these same issues. The Good Feet store has helped thousands of customers.
The pain in my foot was so bad I could not walk for any length of time. I walked in the Good Feet store in pain, and I walked out pain-free.
Good Feet arch supports fit in all your own shoes. Ladies, you can now be comfortable in your favorite high heels. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
No shots, no surgery, and no medication. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Come in for a free test walk today.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up are some delays on the parkways, but they're not too tough, Marty. Things are easing off after the bulk of the very messy Wednesday morning commute. Parkway West inbound is heavy, but it's slowing right around that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before you fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Other than that, rolling well toward the outbound side and toward the western suburbs. Parkway East inbound is slow at Edgewood Swissvale. A reminder for you that barrier installation in the Wexford Interchange project means you're going to find lane restrictions on southbound I-79 from Mingo Road to about a mile and a half north of the I-79-279 split. This is tonight and tomorrow. The crews will work from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. and then they'll be there again Friday night from 7 p.m. until 9 on Saturday morning. With AAA traffic, I'm Evelyn Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
As clouds give way to some sun this afternoon, we'll reach a high of 65. Then we end up clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine tomorrow, high 63. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
On this Wednesday, 2 to 6, right here, KDKA.
One of those days.
No. I want to play this clip from the governor. I'm incensed today about the security at the governor's mansion. Those videos are ridiculous.
It was pretty shocking yesterday to see that fire just explode in that house. And then to see that guy banging on the door, trying to get in to see Shapiro and his family. It's terrifying.
With no cop around.
Right.
Nowhere.
No.
Nowhere. Please play the clip from the governor. Thank you.
Family is not the only ones to experience political violence. Laura and I are mindful that serving in public office today brings with it risks. It's a sad state of the world that we are in. But I have to tell you that before this attack, those risks just felt very theoretical to me. Something that might happen elsewhere to someone else, but couldn't happen here. Sadly, this made it all real. And it brings with it a real sense of vulnerability that our family feels every single day. I want you to know we are working through this, and you've heard me talk about the emotional toll this attack took. I need you to know this is an ongoing thing that we are dealing with and we are working through. And I think we're confident it'll get better, but we also know it's going to always be with us. Sadly, as you know, our family is not the only ones to experience political violence. Violence that is used to try and silence people or intimidate people. I think it's important that in this time of rising political violence that none of us grow numb to it or accept this as the normal course of doing business for elected officials. So many leaders from here in Pennsylvania and across the country, actually across the globe, have reached out to offer comfort over the last number of months. And inevitably, those conversations turn to their own sense of vulnerability, their own worry about political violence. I've talked to people who are thinking about running for office, who have said they don't want to because they don't want to put their families at risk. These are good people who just want to serve, who want to do right by their communities, who are being impacted by this unacceptable level of political violence that we're seeing in our country. I think we need real accountability for acts of political violence. And today is real accountability for the violence that came here to Pennsylvania. I want to thank District Attorney Fran Chardo, a friend for nearly 20 years, and his team in the Dauphin County District Attorney's Office. They've demonstrated great care, concern, and professionalism. This is a just outcome, and I want you to know that our family fully supported the plea that he negotiated.
All right, so we're having phone trouble today. Life goes on. But we still got to do this information. As you know, one of my closest friends, if not my closest, is Ron Layton. He's the smartest man I've ever known. A guru in terms of security, protected 4 presidents. Ron, I saw those tapes yesterday. I was scared. I was angry. I was frustrated. How did you react, sir?
So I felt the same way. These are emotions that I felt when I saw what happened to Charlie Kirk, when I saw what happened to President Trump. Over the course of my career, whenever you saw a massive security failure, first thing that you think is, what just happened? Then you think, how could this happen? And then you get angry because these are things that should have never happened. And the truth is, when you think about this as an issue, it really comes down to a conversation with a couple of categories. It's priorities, budget, training, staffing, and here's the hard one, culture.
Boom.
And so what we're finding is that there's a larger phenomena wherein budgets really have to catch up to the threat. Because what ends up happening is you don't realize until after the fact, you just didn't have enough people. Now, with specificity in regard to Governor Shapiro, this was a midnight shift. Cops are, we cops, notorious for being light on the midnight shift for protection.
Wow.
It just happens all the time. It's a problem, as if to say bad guys are sleeping then. This particular incident is especially problematic because this guy is mentally ill, but he's not a real quote-unquote assassin or hitman. Because if he was, we are having a very different conversation nationally. You're talking about a high-profile governor. You're talking about someone who, in fact, will absolutely be a presidential candidate. And the fact that there was inadequate staffing that evening is really indefensible.
Hold on there, my man. So what annoys me is, here's what I was told by insiders. So they hear a sensor. Guy goes over the fence. The one trooper can't find the guy because the one damn trooper isn't anywhere to be found. That, my friend, and one of my boys who kind of sort of has your kind of clearance and training says, amateur hour, sir. Amateurs, right, Ron? Seriously, be honest.
I actually think I think it's worse than that, because remember what I said at the top of the segment, priorities. What you're really telling me is if you get one person there, it's not the priority that you say it is.
Nice.
I don't care what the review says. I could have told you what that review. Listen, you've had me on now for a number of years, and one of the things that I've always hammered on is staffing and resources.
Yep.
So you can't do this. I know the state police are, I think they're billeted at 4,800. They're likely short by almost 1,000. But the point is that it doesn't matter what you're billeted at. It's what your priorities are. Budget drives your staff. I get all that. But the fact that you had 1 or 2 that evening, it tells me a whole lot about what you think about this particular aspect of law enforcement from a cultural standpoint.
Hey, Ron, so I confirmed from sources that they've increased security there 10x. There are now uniformed troopers outside that mansion 24/7. There are now significant increases in surveillance and significant increases in manpower inside. Do you think they get it now, sir?
Well, they get it, but like so many incidents in law enforcement, why did it take this for you?
Right on. Right on.
So we talk in law enforcement about proactive policing for the last 100 years, but yet we still do the same thing. And so, and I'm not talking specifically about Pennsylvania State Police. I'm just talking about us as a culture. And here's the way that I look at it. A lot of these organizations have been around for 100 years, 200 years. My point is this. Don't let tradition be unbothered by progress and new threats.
Boom. Hey, Ron, honestly, truthfully, we're lucky he's not dead, aren't we, sir? We're lucky.
One of the things that I've also said, Marty, is that we are dealing with people who have been, because you have to say, in terms of getting in the house and being able to do what you wanted to do was to burn the house down. He likely did want to kill them.
Yep.
However, we're still dealing with amateurs.
Yep.
Amateurs who have been reasonably successful. So when bad guys show up, you have a real problem. Guys that know what they're doing, guys with tradecraft. This particular guy didn't have a gun. But guess what, Marty? What if there's two guys?
Right on. Everyone's
what if there's
dead.
Somebody who knows what they're doing. And I don't mean to be flippant about this.
No.
But I'm just being honest. It's not like this guy graduated from hitman school. The point is, he had no idea what he's doing. He tried to turn himself in, and there was a mishap there.
Right. Hey, and let's be blunt, and I got this from an insider. The governor and others like him are trophies to these madmen. Trophies, sir, are they not?
Well, that's a part of it. Some of it is, inside of their own minds. Like this guy particularly, he cited his motivation as Israel and the events that are going on in Gaza. Josh Shapiro has nothing to do with that.
Right on.
But in the mind of this particular person, that was one of the drivers. So the point is that going back to an earlier comment, the budget, the staffing, and the culture has not caught up to these kinds of threats.
Right on.
And now we got a tenfold, increase in security. Where were you the day before?
Right on. Ron Layton, my brother, thank you, my man.
Marty, thanks. Be well.
All right. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have just minimal delays if you're trying to make your way inbound toward town via the Parkway West. We don't often get to say this, so enjoy it while it lasts, because sometimes the traffic fluctuates here, but the Parkway West on the inbound ride right now just a little bit slow for you as you approach that Banksville on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound toward the airport is rolling well. Want to remind you that the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge will get the attention of electrical crews during your overnight tonight. You want to watch for a single lane restriction there from 10 tonight until 5 tomorrow morning. That, of course, is weather permitting. Parkway East on the inbound right now, slow for you between Wilkinsburg and Edgewood Swissvale approaching the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
With the kids back in school, now's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays. Larry Richard for Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom drapery, blind, shade, shutters, and motorized window treatments. Get your home holiday ready with Lachina's free shop-at-home service and expert design advice. Visit Lachina's Dormont and Wexford showrooms or online at LachinaDrapery.com. Call Lachina today, 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery, where style meets family tradition.
So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Full Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Rich from Seattle asks, my wife and I are a few years from retirement and have most of our retirement savings in a brokerage account. We also have a significant sum in our traditional 401ks. Is there a rule of thumb or consistent way to assess when it's time to start contributing on a Roth basis rather than a traditional basis to our 401ks? For me, I think I lean towards the Roth because it eliminates the uncertainty regarding future tax brackets. That may be a big variable, and it's one that I like controlling.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, we have been following this squatter who moved into my boy Dave's place in the South Side Slopes about 3 months ago and wouldn't leave. So right now it's going down, and he's sending me videos. We'll update you as this goes on. This guy moved into my boy Dave's place in the South Side Slopes 3 months ago, wouldn't pay a nickel, wouldn't leave. It's disgusting. Right now, the sheriff, Krause, his boys are amazing. They're at this house. There are, hold on, what's the note say? 7 people living in the property. 7.
Oh,
These
my goodness.
morons turned this into a friggin' commune.
Wow.
He wouldn't leave. We had to get judges involved, lawyers involved, and check this out. The guy who owns the property has to pay for a moving van. A locksmith. Has to pay for a storage unit for these idiots, these stoners, these losers who moved into his house on the South Side Slopes.
Unbelievable.
But I'm looking at video right now. They're moving the idiots out, and they look dejected and forlorn. Oh, they might have to get a job. Horrible. Disgusting. My man is here with the plan. Talk about busy days, dog. Lance O'Brien, 'tis a fine Irishman. How are you?
Oh, living the dream, baby. It's been, listen, October 15th every year is utter chaos on a normal year. This is not a normal year. So, like, just put it on steroids is basically what's going on right now.
So the big boss, because you're the big boss, he's the big boss, was in here. He said, and I'm kind of blown away by this, that generally you get 45 to 50 calls a day. You were getting 800. Is that accurate?
It is accurate.
What?
It's utterly nuts, right? And then this morning already, we have people backed up. We're getting to people as fast as we can. We can handle everyone. We'll take care of it. Yeah. But it is crazy the amount of calls. And again, it's being driven by the terminations. It's being driven by the changes in prescription drug coverage, right? Those are really the two big issues that are going on this year. And then the third issue is basically prescription costs are going up, co-pays are going up, premiums are going up, extra benefits are coming down, so people are now being forced to have to really look at their options.
So do you have more people on staff today? Is that what we're doing here?
Oh, man, we doubled our staff in the last 2 or 3 months, and then we've got extra people we're pulling in to try to handle the volume.
So they're calling MediConnect with all their questions, but why today? What about today is important?
Yeah, so today is the 15th. On October 1st, it's the first day you can actually talk about benefits. October 15th is the first day you can select your plan and actually enroll for the new year. Okay. So today is like all of your people that are Johnny on the spot and want to take care of things before the holidays, they're doing their thing, right? Okay. The procrastinators, they'll probably call us on December 6th at like 11:30 at night. So
because that's the last day.
Yes, yeah.
And what should people be expected to do today and to accomplish today?
Yeah, so again, for people that are like, I've looked at my annual notice of changes, I'm not really liking my options, or I've got a termination letter, they should start the process of finding a new plan, which means calling, getting that review. We check their prescription drugs. We check their doctor network. We talk about their travel habits. We look at their budget and what they want to pay or how they want to pay, because not everyone wants to pay for their insurance the same way. Some people don't want to pay a ton of the insurance company and then just pay as they go. Some people will pay for the coverage for the peace of mind to know that no matter what happens, they're good. So everybody really is different in how they approach it, but they want to start that process today. 1/3 of all Medicare beneficiaries generally change their plan during this time of year. That number is going to be higher this year.
But they don't just have to do it today, brother.
No, they don't have to do it today. If they would like to give us a couple days, I would say thank you very much for that. Okay. But make sure they still pick up the phone and call, because, again, they have until December 7th. The people with plan terminations, they actually have a longer period of time. But the problem with that, Marty, is if they don't do it by December 7th, they will not have additional coverage for January 1st. Oh. They will literally only have Medicare, and that's a problem.
What's the best number to get you guys?
888-818-6334.
So what do you do, though, if you don't know 100% what the rates are going to be in January, because the Congress hasn't addressed whether or not those tax credits are going to be extended?
Yeah, so that's what's happening in the ACA market, and that's a whole nother animal, which I hope we do talk about today, right? Because they're really trying to fight to get those subsidies. The Medicare Advantage plans, those plans actually have been finalized. Those rates, those costs are fixed. Now, what's not fixed when it comes to Medicare yet is the Part B premium. So a lot of it is fixed. ACA is not, which that's going to be a challenge.
Okay.
Lance O'Brien, tis a fine day, lad. We'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good.
Wow.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
So, folks, I tell you what I love, and I tell you I saw it firsthand last week, and it's Diamonds Direct. I'm going to tell you why. My wife went in there. You want to talk about service? She went in there with a ring that needs sized and then lost like a little diamond on the side of one of her rings. You know what they did? Give it to us. We'll take care of it. She goes back. They took care of it. Perfect. Insane service. And by the way, this weekend, one of the largest assortments of wedding bands and stackable fashion bands you'll find anywhere. Hundreds of styles. Perfect for couples shopping for those wedding bands. And you can upgrade the ring stack in store this Friday and this Saturday, right? Diamonds Direct. Folks, and by the way, unmatched selection, unmatched service, unmatched pricing, and with transparent pricing and customer care, free cleanings, free sizing. You can't beat this deal. Diamonds Direct, right across from the Ross Park Mall on McKnight Road. Diamonds Direct. Rocks.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable. Ooh, gas station sushi. That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Have you been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer? You may qualify for a clinical trial studying an investigational therapy designed to activate your immune system to fight cancer throughout the body. If your prostate cancer has spread and you've received prior hormone therapy, you may be eligible. Take the next step in your fight. Visit Legion100trial.com to learn more or call 1-888-636-5344. That's Legion100trial.com or 1-888-636-5344.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 57, mostly cloudy at 11:01. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Pennsylvanians who buy health insurance through Penny are in for sticker shock today. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The Pennsylvania Insurance Department has finalized 2026 insurance health rates, and premiums are set to climb. Individual market rates will rise an average of 21.5%, driven by new federal rules and Congress's failure to extend enhanced premium tax credits. Officials say families shopping through Penny, the state's health insurance marketplace, could see massive increases. For UPMC health plan members, premiums will rise as much as 25%, while Highmark customers will see increases up to 18%. The state blocked $50 million in excessive rate hikes, but warns more relief depends on Congress. With open enrollment starting November 1st, the message is clear. Shop around and fast. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
An overnight collision on I-79 in South Fayette Township turned out to be fatal. The crash happened around 3:30 a.m. in the northbound lanes, where a car hit the back of a tractor-trailer stopped on the shoulder of the interstate near the rest stop in Bridgeville. And the person who died has yet to be identified. And a 24-year-old man has died following a shooting last night in Aliquippa. The medical examiner's office says Givad Tyson was wounded in the leg in the 1100 block of Wade Street a few minutes after 9 p.m. He died at a hospital a short time later. State police are investigating. Pittsburgh International's top airline by passengers flown is adding service in 2026 to Florida and Southern California. Southwest says it is increasing its Orlando flights to 6 times weekly and also adding weekly seasonal service to Destin Fort Walton Beach. Flights to San Diego will expand to 4 times weekly in the summer. Tuesday was Paul Hoback's last day at Pittsburgh International. Hoback, the project manager of the new terminal, talked with KDK Radio's Rob Pratt about being at the ribbon cutting over the weekend.
And just see all the faces that we saw when we had our public open house this past Saturday, and just see those faces in awe as they walk through the new terminal. So it's just been really an amazing experience, an amazing journey.
Last night, Hoback left for the Sarasota-Bradenton area, where he'll meet the airport CEO. On Wall Street, at this hour, the Dow is up 303 points at 46,574. The NASDAQ is up 300 points. The S&P is up 69. KDKA Sports Game 3 of the ALCS tonight. Toronto is at Seattle. The Mariners are up 2-0 in the series. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:04. It's 57, cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. Every week, I change the message on our building sign, and one of my favorites is, you're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. It's so true. I was 63 on the day my daughter Sarah, son Lester, and I realized a big new dream. We opened the doors to our family-owned investment firm. I'd grown increasingly dissatisfied at our Wall Street brokerage, pressured by the priorities of a big firm. We craved a more intimate environment where we could focus on what matters most. Relations.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Eileen. Wow.
It's okay.
Phone mayhem, sister. Ellen, what's up?
I know. Call me whatever you like here. We'll still give you the traffic, Marty. We hope the phone situation gets better. Right now, the traffic's getting better. A kind of a respite from the rush hour. Just a minor delay on the Parkway West inbound as you approach the Fort Pitt tunnels. And just a little bit of a tap on the brakes at times between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. So we'll take that. It does give us a chance to dive into some project-related advisories. So PennDOT just announced paving work is going to happen on Route 88, Library Road in South Park Township. That's in Bethel Park. And this is starting tonight, weather permitting. Single alternating lane of traffic will happen for you on Library Road from the Washington County line to Corrigan Drive. That's weeknights, 8 p.m. until 6 the following morning. They'll be working there during your weeknights through Tuesday, October 21st, and they may do some work on Saturday, October 18th. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon, we'll see clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65. Then we end up clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 63. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I love this stuff. I love this stuff. I want to introduce this amazing guy. I've got him on my cell phone. We're having phone crap going on, but so what? Who cares? Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm great, Marty. How about you?
Tell folks who you are and where you work.
My name's Michael Vranis. I work at, do all the maintenance at Baden Academy Charter School in Baden.
Okay, my man. Tell us what you've done behind the scenes, like a secret Santa over the years regarding students and books, please.
Well, quickly, I don't know, I guess it was 8 or 9 years ago, I, excuse me, saw a little buddy of mine here during the book fair, and he was just sitting aside while the rest of his class were getting books. He told me he couldn't get a book, and so by the time I found out I could buy him one, he was sitting down by his friend Sammy, and I said, T-Bone, where'd you get that book? Wow. He said, my buddy Sammy gave me half his money so I could get a book.
Wow.
And I said, well, this can't happen anymore. And, so I just kind of did it. it was not a big deal for anybody. I just got with the PTP members and told them to, if they see any kids, I guess you might say, let's say underprivileged kids or whatever reason, then you just get them one book, no games or posters or anything, but a book they can read and make a list and then give it to me and I'll take care of it.
So my man, this kind of caught up with you and you got kind of a weird big bill. Tell me what happened, brother.
Yes, well, every year, we have 2 of these a year, and every one since then has been between $275, $300, right in that area.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, this one tripled for some reason this year, and I said, well, I don't, if this tripled in 1 year, what's it going to be next year? Right. This progression continues. Yeah. And so then everybody started getting involved with it, and we worked things out. And then young Sophie, who's a dear young girl, she kind of got the ball rolling here, as you know, through hands.
So hold on. You get a bill for what? How much did you owe?
It was like $870 something.
Come on, my man.
Yeah.
So that's when my superstar Jess jumps in. Jess
got in there. Yeah.
Jess, when did you jump in? How did this go down from there with Mike?
Just after my niece had talked to me over the weekend about it, she was pretty upset because she really likes Mr. Mike. So I said, hey, I'll throw up a TikTok video. I monetize on there. We'll see what happens. I really didn't expect anything to come of it. It's very hard to get money on TikTok.
Yep.
But he was always so special to her, so I couldn't just let it go. I mean, I didn't even really think about it. Once she was telling me, I was like, all right, let's do this.
And so you're blowing out close to $2,000 you raised.
Yeah, we're at $1,915.
Come on, Mr. Mike. People love you, brother. How cool is that, Mike?
Well, that's outstanding. I couldn't hear what she said, but I understand they raised a nice amount of money.
Almost $2,000.
Yeah, and that's wow. That's all I can say is wow for that. It all goes to the school, and we'll get somebody to administer the money and look after it, so to speak, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Who needs it? We'll go by need. Who needs it and whatever.
But Mr. Mike, what does this say about the need, and what does it say about you, and what does it say about kindness, sir?
Well, about me, it says I paid attention when I was growing up. My mom and dad. My cousin called me to congratulate me and everything. Yeah, last night, and the last thing I said to her was, we help where we can because we saw all the loved ones before us do it, and it's and that's just not a platitude. That's what I believe. We learned how to do this, so it's come natural, and it's my whole family. My sister heard about this, and she gave me $200 to throw into the pot. So we're all like that, and I think a lot of the people at the school here are too. Most of them, the teachers spend a lot of their own money and for extra things, And everybody's just really good here. It's like a sort of like a big family.
And Jess, you want to carry this forward, do you not, and make a bigger difference, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple people throw some ideas at me, and they're like, this is such a great thing. We wish more schools had this. We wish, this, you should make something of this more than what it is. It has the potential to be something bigger. It could help so many more kids. So, yeah, I mean, if it's going to help kids, then we'd love to see what we could make out of this.
Jess, I love you. I love that you care. Let's call him Magic Mike. How about that?
That's cool.
If you saw the movie, he looks just like him. Jess, what you do is special because you stepped outside your box and said, I got to help a stranger. And that's what it's all about, is it not, Mike?
That's the best part of this, I think. Neither she nor Sophie had to do this. They did it out of love and caring, like you said, kindness. That's the thing. Nobody even asked her for any money. I talked it over with the PTP ladies there, and they were a little bit distraught, and I hope they're listening now. I had no hard feelings at all against them. This just happened, and everybody kind of got together out of kindness, and now look what we have.
Change the world, brother. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Marty, so much.
My man. Jess, thank you. Anything you need, my dear, let's go. Let's do it. All right?
Let's do it.
I love this stuff. Magic Mike and Jess. Wonderful people, man. Hell yeah. Well, I'm the PJ Fitzpatrick. That's what I'm talking about. Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? It's just some minor delays out and about if you're trying to make some sort of commute or need to make an appointment here as we roll through the 11 o'clock hour. Things are rolling well. Just minor delays before the Squirrel Hill and Fort Pitt tunnels on their respective parkways. Do want to remind you that gas line replacement work got underway in Elizabeth Township today. You'll find lane restrictions on Scenery Drive. That's Route 48 and Mill Hill Road. Crews are going to be in place weekdays there for you, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Scenery Drive between Circle Drive and Buck Lane, and also on Mill Hill Road from Scenery Drive down to Jacktown Road. That work runs through early November. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
Just got off the phone with Mark Sorreo, the man himself, Oakmont Bakery. Mark, want to make sure you know it is pumpkin time. Oakmont Bakery. Pumpkin cheesecakes, bagels, donuts, cookies, pies, cupcakes, scones, cake rolls, coffee drinks, the flavors of fall. Folks, love me some pumpkin stuff. At Oakmont Bakery, they do it right, where everything is delicious. Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out. Perry Calder Law Firm, the best in the business. 412-281-4200.
Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh. Free dental, vision, and hearing clinic October 24th and 25th at the Convention Center. Visit mompgh.org. Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh. Free dental, vision, and hearing clinic for kids and adults. October 24th and 25th at the Convention Center. Doors open 6 a.m. Free to everyone. Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh. Visit mompgh.org.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment, they use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Wild day. Wild. So this guy, this punk, this vagrant, this scallywag, this mooch, he moved into my friend Dave Silverstein's 1 week. Dave didn't have a renter in his really nice apartment in the Southside Flats. 1 week. One. This guy and his girlfriend with a fake lease, fraudulent lease, moved in and locked down. I'm not exaggerating this. And he wouldn't leave. I was there. We bound on it. He said, go away. This is my apartment. I sent him notes. He literally said, screw you. It's my apartment. I'm staying here. And he did. For 3 months. Rent-free. We had to get Dave attorneys. We had to take him to judges. Krause, the sheriff, stepped up big time, large. They're there right now throwing the bum out. And the bum, who sent me a note the other day saying he wasn't leaving, he was appealing while he got his act together. Swear he said that. He lived there 3 months, didn't pay a nickel, had no right to be there. Just squatted, said, screw you. And the judges played along. And the system played along. Krause didn't. That's why I love Kevin Krause. He doesn't mess around, man. He sent his people over there today with the eviction notice. Dave went through the courts, and they're kicking them out. Dave gets there. Let me read his notes. I'm going to try and call him. We're having phone issues, which is life is life. He said there are 7 people living in the property. They turned it into a friggin' commune. 7 bums. And he's sending me videos of these people. I'm going to try and call them on the phone. Let's see if we can get this. He's having the locks changed right now. Let's see if he answers. I know it's weird, but life is weird. Our phones are out, so what? Who cares? I'm going to grab him for a minute while he's... Okay. He has a locksmith there. He's removing the 7 morons... The 7 morons from the house. And I have video, bags and bags of junk. Bags and bags of trash. Bags and bags of property. Listen.
A bunch of sheriff's cars. There's just 3 or 4 of them here. When next door, I walk over to the house.
That's Dave.
You see they left big piles of trash.
Trash. This is all happening right now.
Moving some stuff out. They said there's a bunch of people in there. And, we're going to get them out.
So, Dave gets there. It's supposed to be him, this bum, and his girlfriend. There's 7 people living in the house for 3 months. 7! They wouldn't turn the water off because the water company said they're not allowed. Duquesne Light wouldn't turn the electricity off because they said they're not allowed. So Dave had to sit there. So he had to get a lawyer, spent $10,000, no exaggeration. Had to get a moving truck over there today. No kidding. And workers had to get a storage unit and a locksmith. He did. While they moved these losers out. 7 of these losers. Thank goodness the sheriff. In other states like Texas and Florida, these scallywags, these bums, these lowlifes, these urchins have moved into homes for a year. In this case, 4 months. Dave said it cost him $15,000 to $20,000. Now he has to fix the place up and rent it out again. He has the sheriff there enforcing this. He has a locksmith changing the locks, and the bums are getting all their crap out. They somehow thought, which is the weird world we live in today, they somehow thought they were entitled to this property. Hello. I'm going to try and grab him one more time on the phone. We've been having, it's a little odd. Somehow in this weird world we're living in, they thought this was their free property. He told me that. The bum told me that. It's ignorant, man. And so it's going to take a couple more hours. They're moving this guy out, and Dave will have his place back. He said it's costing him about $50. That's his phone ringing. Cost him $15,000 to $20,000. Yeah. Under normal circumstances, it would take the sheriff's department another 90 days to get this bum out of there. But we were able to accelerate the process by about 3 months.
Quick question.
What I find frustrating as hell is we live in a system that somehow has decided that the landlord is the bad guy. That somehow has decided that the landlord has to pay these costs, that somehow has decided that the landlord has to get a moving van, a locksmith, a storage unit, and pay for all of it. So that this liar, this felon, this vagrant, this squatter can just move in and say to hell with you. And I find it so confounding that this is as good as it gets in America today. It's part of the wokeness of our culture. It's part of this belief that somehow these bums that have moved into this man's house, that somehow they're entitled to Dave's property. This bum, in this case, his name is Bradley. And let me tell you what Bradley said to me. Yeah, I received the notice in the mail. This is a verbatim text. Yeah, I got that notice in the mail of the eviction. Yeah. I'm going to appeal the eviction decision. Yeah. I need more time to get my affairs in order. He sent me that a couple of days ago. Bye-bye, Bradley. Bye, Bradley. Bradley admitted, yeah. I'm not disputing the lease is fraudulent. I'm going to leave. I just need time to save money. I swear, I could show this to you. And then he threatened me. If security comes to take this or anything that I own, I will sue you. It's illegal. So, Dave did it the right way, with lawyers and judges and the sheriff, and it cost him $15,000 to get scumbag Bradley out of his place 4 months later. Scumbag Bradley had 7 friends living there. 7! He turned it into a Motel 6. I'm sorry, Motel 7.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Coverage varies by plan, view contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-260-1679. 800-260-1679. Again, that's 800-260-1679.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Nonstop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
57 and mostly cloudy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A Pittsburgh nonprofit is struggling to provide services as the state budget deadlock has passed 100 days. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
Pittsburgh Action Against Rape is continuing to serve victims in Allegheny County, even as state funding remains frozen amid the ongoing budget impasse. The organization, which helps around 2,500 survivors each year, hasn't received any state payments since July. That funding normally covers 20% of its budget. As a result, PAR has cut staff positions, frozen spending, and is asking vendors to delay payments. Leaders say they can operate through December using reserve funds, but warn that without a state budget soon, critical services could be at risk. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
2 people were hospitalized overnight after a fire in Butler County. The blaze reported at a mobile home in the 100 block of York Road in Cranberry Township at around 1:30 a.m. We have no word on the conditions of the injured. A Southside nonprofit has purchased the former Rite Aid store in Mount Oliver. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports the Brashear Association paid $350,000 for the location in the 200 block of Hayes Avenue. No word yet on what the organization plans to do with the former Rite Aid store. The Pennsylvania Lottery is announcing 2 winners in the region. A Match 6 ticket worth $620,000 was sold in Allegheny County for Tuesday's drawing. It was purchased at Joe's Butcher Shop in Pitcairn, and an online lottery player in Fayette County won just under $438,000 with the Monopoly Secret Vault game. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 257 points at 46,528. The Nasdaq is up 254 points, and the S&P is up 56. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:31. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hey, it's Marty. Look, folks, you know fall is the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before this weather turns cold, and it will. If your windows are old and drafty, inefficient, you need new ones, come on, folks. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit, 0% financing for 3 years. That is amazing. And you get $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan that fits your needs. Things like dental, vision, and hearing coverage are included in every plan, even offering a yearly cap on out-of-pocket costs for covered medical services. And with access to Humana's large, trusted networks, it's easy to get the quality care you need. Plus, every plan has a $0 or low monthly plan premium, which makes it easier to save, too. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well with Humana. Learn more now at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
It's Marty. I'm here with Harold Shepley. I'll tell you why I reached out to him and how we met. I noticed that you help people. It's kind of your instinct, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel called. I feel that helping people with their finances is my calling in life.
And check this out. You were bankrupt once.
I did. I've lived through this. I've walked through it, and I got treated like absolute garbage, and I felt that no one else should ever have to feel that bad ever again.
Folks, this is the real deal. ShepleyLaw.com.
Get ready to roll. Bocce House of Pittsburgh officially open, and all month long it's open play. That means free play on the bocce courts. Come experience Pittsburgh's newest social destination, featuring memberships, a luxury cigar lounge, and league play for all skill levels. So grab some friends, enjoy delicious food, and pour yourself a drink in our self-pour bar system. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh, where good food, great drinks, and even better company meet on the court. So visit theboccehouse.com for all the details.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of movie magic. The Washington Symphony Orchestra presents From Jaws to Jedi, the music of John Williams, Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th at the Olin Fine Arts Center. Hear iconic themes from Star Wars, Jaws, Jurassic Park, and more. Tickets are on sale now at washsim.org. Feel the thrill of John Williams' greatest scores like you've never heard them before. This ad is sponsored by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Hearing the word Medicare brings confusion and many questions. Which Medicare plan's right for you? When should you apply? Marty here for MediConnect. This is a local company based here in Pittsburgh. The folks at MediConnect make Medicare simple. Arrange for a visit in your home, online, or in their office to discuss which plan is best for your situation. There's no charge to work with the top-rated experts from MediConnect. I trust them. I use them. So should you. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, we do have some minor delays as folks try to approach downtown, and the Parkway East inbound has them between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West, a little stop and go for you, begins right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp. We do have an accident in Castle Shannon. It's being cleared from Grove Road, very near the intersection with Library Road. And barrier installation in the Wexford interchange means you'll find lane restrictions on southbound I-79 from Mingo Road to about 1.5 miles north of the 79-279 split. That's tonight and tomorrow night, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then again Friday night from 7 p.m. until 9 on Saturday morning. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65 this afternoon, then turning clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine, high 63 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go, midway through the week already. Yep, Colin Dunlap on this Wednesday, 2 to 6 right here, KDKA.
Man, I was kind of blown away because, so we have a bunch of cars. We'll end up with 5 cars. Elvira, my 2 daughters, my wife, myself, and they're all Bowser cars because they're my family, and a lot of Subarus and a Hyundai because they're really good cars and they're inexpensive. However, if you look outside of that Spectre, and I don't because I just don't, cars are bizarrely expensive, out of reach for many people. And I had to text my guy from Bowser, because I've been relying on him for information for, I don't know, at least 15 years. Dave Ross. What's up, brother? How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you.
So, my man, 2 things that I heard yesterday, and then I started knowing you and texting you because you're the guru. Number 1, my man, when I was growing up, a new Corvette was $5,000. 5. And if you got a new Cadillac, it was about the same. And if you could afford that, you're a player. You remember that? Those kind of, right? Right?
I don't remember them that low, but I remember them being a lot lower than they are now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can
31
go back.
years. 31 years, a $30,000 car. When I started in, you were a player in the market.
Right on.
Now you can't even get a new car for that.
There's no way. In fact, I sent you a text. The first time in history, the average car is over $50,000. My man, and you know, we're regular guys and we hang, and you know, he's got a great car, I got a great car, fine. But the truth of the matter is that your average American family cannot afford these big cars that are out there today, can they, sir? Can they?
It's harder to afford the newer cars because the day of equity in anything is almost non-existent. So it's made the used car market still boom. Yeah, because that's what people have to turn to get affordable transportation. I mean, when you figure you're walking in the door and your average pay or the low payment, if it doesn't start with a 4, you're not getting it on a new car right now.
Hold on. So if I'm buying, let's throw it out there, an Escalade, because I love them. They're $120,000, Are they 125,000?
Yeah. On the low end. Mm-hmm.
On the low end. So
yeah, we have Yukons now that touch 120 grand.
No. So Dave, how much do I have to put down on a $120,000 car to even keep the payment below $1,000 a month? How much?
Probably, I'm just winging it, 50, 60 grand.
No.
Yeah, it depends on how long you want to finance it for. But
Trevin, you hear
this? You figure every thousand is about $17.
Come on, man.
To $20 a month.
Trevin,
it's no way.
My man, you got to put 50 grand down to get below $1,000 a month on a car payment.
But what Dave said was, and I'm seeing that myself, David, you said that it's booming. It makes the used car business, it takes it up a notch, correct?
The used car market we thought it settled for a little bit after COVID ended, and then it went right back up because there was no more cars out there in the 2-3-year-old range because leasing became non-existent during that time.
Wow.
And then now that, between the cars elevating in costs during COVID, and then now you had, for us, like most of our brands are affected by the tariff in one way or another.
Yep.
And you jack that up another average of $200 to $2,500. I think my average car, if you count in my low end with the Hyundais versus the high end with GM, is probably about almost 40 grand.
Wow. So to that end, so we had a lease with Elvira's car, who has been part of our family, taking care of our kids in our house for at least 20 years. So we bought her Subaru. And to Dave's point, the used car market is so hot that car is worth a lot more than even you thought. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Right. I told you it was a no-brainer to buy that car.
You did. But the only thing I say is, and that's why I love you so much, because you're so into the value thing. Because I chase value. You can still buy a really good car, which I consider a Subaru to be, for $400 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's about as low as it's going to get, because even the Subarus now, like a car that you had for her, that average price used to be around, or the starting price used to be around 22, 23 grand. It's 28, 29 grand right now. It's not that much.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, if you do it, like I said, if you do the math, you got average to good credit, and you're talking $20 $1,000. It doesn't take long to get to $400.
So what do you tell people to do, man? What do you give them in terms of advice when they freak out about price?
Well, we have alternatives. The alternative is pre-owned.
Yep.
Leasing has gotten a little better in some of our instances. But like I said, most people, honestly, I'll be honest with you, most people expect when they come in, for me nowadays, if they're looking at a new car, they're starting up in the low fours. It's almost expected. People shop enough to see that, and they compare, that's what the number is going to be.
And hold on, Dave, if I'm buying an SUV, though, I got to think I'm paying at least a nice one, at least $1,000 a month, maybe as high as, I heard one guy say he pays $1,800 a month. Is that fair?
Well, $1,000. You can still lease a decent new SUV, probably somewhere in the mid to upper fives.
So hold on, my buddy just bought a Tahoe.
To get to $1,000, you're probably buying something a little more on the high end trim level, a third row cedar.
Yeah.
You're getting up in the $700, $800 or $800 a month type range.
So my buddy just bought a Tahoe, $80,000.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that you're talking $1,500 to $1,800.
Wow. That's a house payment, dog. A house payment, brother.
For you and me.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it is. I mean, cars are, and honestly, what people forget too, by the time they pay that, then they got to put the gas in it. They got to put the insurance on it. Now that $600 car payment's $1,000 to drive that car a month.
I remember asking my dad, what did a Cadillac cost when you grew up? He said $5,000. Now Dave remembers 30. I remember Porsche. I remember Porsches being $50,000. Now, $150,000, kinda, maybe more. right? Mm-hmm. Game's changed.
Yeah, depending on the model, absolutely.
My man Dave.
They're at least they start up there. It's I buy used cars.
That's right.
To me, cars is a means of transportation.
Yep.
I like nice stuff, but I don't have to be brand new. And my average. Well, just put in perspective.
Yeah.
I have 175 used cars out there right now. My average cost is $28,000. That's a used car.
Whoa.
Now I got pickup trucks, I got SUVs, I got high end, I got stuff, and that's still my average cost out there. That's raised about $6,000 over the last 3 to 4 years.
That's amazing, brother. DR, my man, thanks, brother.
All right, sir. You guys have a great day.
Bowser, man, we got 5 of them. They own us, and they're wonderful people. And he's the guru. He's done so much for our family. It's so cool. Cousin Gary, Bowser, my man, from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is the traffic is heavier now, Marty, on the Parkway West inbound. No accidents or problems in your way. It's just that fluctuation that we see on that front side of Green Tree Hill. So you're sailing along fine till you get to the top of the hill, and then quickly after that, right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp, you're in the bumper-to-bumper stuff all the way down to and through the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East, not a problem for you. Speaking of the Fort Pitt side of things, the bridge and tunnels and the outbound Fort Pitt Bridge deck will get the attention of electrical crews during your overnight tonight. So watch out for a single lane restriction there from about 10 p.m. until 5 tomorrow morning. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing. Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather. Folks, it's October. Crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Get your football fix every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show live from Dave & Buster's. Dan Zengrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Diulis Law, First National Bank, and by Guardian Protection, your hometown home and business security company. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to public safety, his exemplary law enforcement principles, and his decades of local law enforcement service are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by Friends of Kevin Krause for Sheriff.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser's Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car shopping with the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, the SUV built for every adventure, no matter how chilling the road ahead. Lease a 25 Crosstrek Premium, VIN number SH335562, for just $289 a month. These October savings won't last. Get the Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL. MSRP $30,161. 36-month lease with 10,000 miles per year, $1,099 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. It's not just local grocery chains or other retailers and aspiring local market operators buying closed former Rite Aid stores in the region and beyond. Local nonprofits are also starting to get on the action. That includes the Brashear Association, the venerable social services nonprofit based on the South Side, an organization with more than a century of providing senior and local youth programs, employment support, and a food pantry. Real estate records reveal Brashear has bought the former Rite Aid store in Mount Oliver, paying $350,000 for the location at 230 Hayes Avenue in the South Hilltop community just outside the borders of the city of Pittsburgh. Also, Southwest Airlines has big plans in 2026 for Pittsburgh International Airport, increasing service on one of its most popular routes and adding more departures to another seasonal flight to the West Coast. And Southwest is also adding seasonal service to another Florida city. Southwest is already Pittsburgh International Airport's largest airline by passenger count, with steady growth that has increased ever since the carrier arrived here in 2005. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Loaded. The phones are blowing up. People are twitching at MetaConnect. Kinda, sorta. Lance O'Brien. Wow, brother.
It's an epic morning. It's been an epic day so far. A lot of people have been listening.
Yeah.
You know, not just here, but across the platforms.
Did I see you on television?
Yeah, I was on television today.
Oh, man, you look good.
I got a face for radio,
oh,
bro.
Man,
Let's not
you
get carried away.
Maybe a little more powder next time. Hey, let's talk cost, brother.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things that people really want to be thinking about this enrollment period is the impact of cost. And it's actually on multiple fronts, so let me break it down.
Yeah.
First one is Part B is going to go up. Most projections now, people are paying $185 for their Part B, comes right out of their Social Security. Most projections now, Marty, next year is going to be somewhere around $205 to $207.
Not massive. A little pop, though.
So it'll be the biggest increase in the last 20-some years.
Yes. My fault.
So
I retract that.
In this space, definitely a big bump.
Wow.
In conjunction with that, the COLA release is looking like it's going to be somewhere in the mid-2s.
Oh.
So
cost of living going up. That's it.
That's it.
That's
so
a dog.
If you look at real numbers on that, on the average Social Security check, it's about $60. Oh. So you're going to get a $60 raise, and you're going to lose 20-some of that right out of the gate just to have your base Medicare, right? And then we're seeing this across the board. Somebody has a supplement, they're seeing double-digit percentage increases on their supplement plans. So one of the things I do want to get out today is if you have a Plan F or a Plan G or a Plan N, a Plan C, and you're in relatively good health, meaning you take a few generic medications but no recent hospitalizations, don't just accept that rate increase. You might be able to qualify for another supplement that could save you significant money month over month. So that's the first thing. Then the Advantage plan prices are going up. The prescription plans, especially the Part D plans. Don't just get the information in the mail and just say, oh, I guess that's what it is, right? In addition to that, Marty, copays on the Advantage plans are going up.
Oh.
Right, so like we're going to see higher specialist copays this year. We're going to see higher inpatient hospital copays. Emergency room copays are going up. So a lot of copays are going up. So in the grand scheme of things, the last piece of it is the ancillary benefits, the extra benefits like dental allowances and visit allowances. Those are being retracted. So everything's kind of working, I would say, against the consumer this year. That's why it's really important to make sure you're aligning yourself with a trusted resource that will be able to look at the options and make sure that you're still getting the best coverage for the costs that you can afford.
So you guys have been slammed because of all these changes. And the number is 888-818-6334. 888-818-6334. Can we just ask folks to be patient? Right?
Yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, normally, we are staffed at around 40 people to answer the phone, which is pretty good, right? And we're able to answer live. I would just say if you try and you don't get a live advisor, leave a message or just give us a call back. We're definitely going to get to you. But with all the plan terminations this year, it's kind of been crazy with the amount of people because the amount of people, Marty, that have never used someone to help them with this, just locally, is like over 50,000. Where do those people go, right, to actually get the help? So a lot of them are calling us to assist them. So we would just say be patient. It's a short enrollment period, but it is a long enrollment period at the same time, right? So we will get back to you. We will help you. We will assist you. But don't sit on the sidelines for sure, because costs are definitely going to be a big issue this year.
888-818-6334. Hang in there. They're here all day.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
So, Diamonds Direct. My wife, Christine, goes in there to get a ring resized. Done. To get a little diamond fixed. Done. Done. They're that amazing. And check this out. While she's in there, she's looking at, whoa, large assortment right now of wedding bands and these stackable fashion bands, the biggest you'll find anywhere. Hundreds of styles in every look. And they have the exclusive selections right now this weekend, Friday and Saturday in store, only at Diamonds Direct. Now the store here is gorgeous. Been there 20 times. It's right across from the Ross Park Mall on McKnight Road. This is a band event they're having, special bands. Right now, this weekend only at Diamonds Direct. Folks, great service. You go in, you're treated like a superstar. They hand you a drink, they sit you down, and then the selection is magnificent and the service is even better. Diamonds Direct. It's an amazing, amazing experience. Check it out this weekend.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 61 and cloudy at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A Pittsburgh City Council member is proposing a partial hiring and spending freeze to avoid a tax hike. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Councilwoman Teresa Kell-Smith says this move could prevent a future tax increase, something many residents can't afford, and to avoid potential layoffs.
Right now, if we continue to hire people, I fear that we're going to have to lay some of these people off. And then that's also not fair to people that think that they're going to be employed or may have left a job where they were employed to come here. And I think those are conversations we have to have. But we can't have conversations. We're not taking a serious look at this.
While the mayor's 2025 budget avoids a tax hike, Kell-Smith says early action could prevent bigger problems. Her proposal includes a hiring freeze for most roles, tighter spending controls, and limits on travel, though it hasn't been formally introduced, citing a need for more talks with council members and city leaders. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Controller Rachel Heisler, who has repeatedly raised alarms over city finances, told KDK Radio's Rob Pratt she thinks Kell-Smith is on the right track.
I do think we absolutely have a revenue problem. I do think we are headed towards austerity measures. I do think a non-union pay freeze is an avenue we should consider. And I do think a hiring freeze as we move into next year is likely something we need to consider as well.
Heisler also agrees a tax hike should be a last resort. An overnight collision on I-79 in South Fayette Township turned out to be fatal. Now, that crash happened around 3:30 a.m. in the northbound lanes where a car hit the back of a tractor trailer, stopped on the shoulder of the interstate. This was near the rest stop in Bridgeville. Now, that person who died has not been identified yet. A 24-year-old man died following a shooting last night in Aliquippa. The medical examiner's office says Gavad Tyson was wounded in the leg in the 1100 block of Wade Street a few minutes after 9 p.m. He died at a hospital a short time later. Years of work are about to wrap up on a major roadway in Cranberry Township. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
Officials on Tuesday held a ceremonial ribbon cutting for the $25 million second phase of the Freedom Road expansion. This phase added new turning lanes, new traffic signals, and a widening of the road between Haynes School Road and Powell Road. Cranberry Township Board of Supervisors Chair Bruce Heslop says when the work is officially done next month, getting around will be much easier.
It expanded it to 4 lanes with a center lane into it, all the way down into the Beaver County line. So up until that point, it had been a 2-lane road, a heavily trafficked 2-lane road.
Next, Butler County officials would like to get the tens of millions needed for a similar widening through 7 fields. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 115 points at 46,385. The Nasdaq is up 183, and the S&P is up 37 points. KDKA Sports Game 3 of the ALCS tonight. Toronto is at Seattle. The Mariners are up 2-0 in the series. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 12:04. It's 61 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, folks, true story. I stopped in at Sablin's Market and Grill for one thing. Their lamb chops are the best. The butcher's hand-cut anything you want. Old-fashioned butcher shop with locally sourced meat, fresh. I love supporting Salem's. Family-owned business, been in Pittsburgh since 1981. There's a history at heart in Salem's Market and Grill. One thing I know about Salem's is that nobody leaves hungry. Salem's Market and Grill, amazing. 2923 Penn Avenue in the Strip.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65 this afternoon, then turning clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine, high 63 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We're all human with the same insecurities, doubting ourselves, thinking we're not worthy or good enough, believing those negative thoughts we think. Stop! Every last one of us is good enough to be the best version of ourselves. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Come to me, and together we'll change that way of thinking. Excess pounds will come off, you'll feel and look better, and thoughts will become positive. If you want to change, just call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
Attention dealers, Ian Miller's fall sale starts October 17th and ends on the 31st. 20% off everything except items marked firm. Don't miss the Antique Appraiser Fair, Sunday, August 19th. Appraiser Jeff Poole will be in from noon to 3 p.m. Fee is $5 per item. Get to Ian Miller Antique Mall, open Tuesday through Sunday till 5. So much more than an antique store. Visit Ian Miller Antique Mall in Verona. Like them on Facebook or call 412-828-3288.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I am very close to my cousin, Eileen, for 100 different reasons. I used to see her husband all the time. All the time. He was an athlete. He was an amazing father. He was a very successful businessman. Her husband, Neil. And she sent me a picture of him the other day. He's in one of the canes. And he has severe dementia. And it has been an unimaginable journey for this woman who's pretty much a single mom with 3 kids on her own, and her husband's been in this state for, well, let me ask her. My cousin joins me, Eileen Stewart. Hi, Eileen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And
Thanks for having us on.
Introduce your guest, please, sweetheart.
This is Haley Jameson. She's Executive Director of Clear Thoughts Foundation.
Hi, Marty. Thank you so much for having us on.
Well,
as Eileen mentioned, we certainly appreciate the time.
Well, Eileen, how long has Neil suffered with this advanced dementia? How many years now have you been fighting this fight?
Well, first of all, he got this. He had symptoms when he was young, so he just turned 65. He was 50.
Wow.
When he started having symptoms.
Wow. It froze.
All kind of symptoms. But the bottom line is it just got really, really bad. And he denied that he had it and would tell the doctor, and, he looked normal. So, he could carry on a conversation at that point. So they would dismiss him. So it took me going in with a whole list of things to really get things moving. but yeah, 2016 is when he was diagnosed, and I had to place him 2018 because he was walking into people's houses, and usually it was people that we knew, but I found out that he walked into one person's house 3 times because he would always try to find parties because his personality got, real.
And cuz it would be fair to describe him in almost a vegetative state. How would you describe him?
So that was then. So we had to place him because he was walking into houses and he was a danger to himself and other people. And fast forward to today, he was just placed on hospice a short time ago, maybe a month or 2. Because he was getting out of breath walking. So he's chair bound. They call it chair bound. So he's not going to walk anymore. I'll give you the whole rundown. He hasn't talked in 6 years.
Wow.
Probably maybe a little bit longer. He hasn't said a word. He needs help with all the daily living, shower, changing, incontinence, all that. And then he's also on pureed food because he had, he was kind of choking.
What's that, my dear? Pureed? Just pureed stuff, almost liquefied. Yeah.
It's like applesauce type stuff. They'll take like pasta and they'll puree it.
And this is advanced dementia. Is it theoretically, hypothetically, he was an athlete, a hockey player, possibly from blows to the head?
He was the best in the state in high school for goal scorer. He was a leading goal scorer, and they still talk about those days where he went at Bethel Park. They still talk about those days when they won. So, yeah, and it was in the late 70s, 80s. So there was no protocols or anything. And if you're scoring 11 goals in a game, they're going to want to get you.
But, cuz, for you... Because we're tight. This has been a journey, man. And it's been a hell of a difficult journey, has it not?
It's been a living hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. We had 3 kids in college when he was diagnosed.
Wow.
And they're by the grace of God. And thank God they're doing well right now.
Yep.
I mean, obviously we all have therapy or whatever else we need. But they have good jobs and they have, good people around them. So I'm blessed in that regard. And I'm blessed with having you and family and friends that rally because you need an army for this.
It's unbelievable. Haley Jameson, Clear Thoughts Foundation. Help me with this. This kind of story kind of blows people's minds because he was 50 and he's still kind of young to see him sitting there like that. But should we be shocked by this? Is this more common than we think, my friend?
It is, yes. I was going to say, unfortunately, as devastating as Eileen's story is, and I give her the utmost respect and love for everything she's gone through. And the thing that's terrible, though, as you just said, Marty, I would like to say it's uncommon, but unfortunately, it is not. It is remarkably common. And Eileen and I were just talking about it earlier today that, certainly with Bruce Willis's diagnosis of FTD, which is the form that my father had and passed of dementia back in 2013, and obviously what Neil is battling, we would not wish that form or any form of dementia on anyone. But it is certainly a good thing that Bruce's family is using his notoriety to bring awareness, because it is a disease that's very, very common and one that needs attention brought to it. I mean, right now there's currently 50 million people living with dementia, and 50 million, projected to be 75 million by 2030.
Cow.
Yeah, it's really quite scary. And
Holy
I mean, really,
cow, Haley.
another staggering statistic that I like to share with people.
Yeah.
It is the only it's the only disease that's in the top 10 causes of diseases in the U.S. that currently cannot be prevented, cured, or even slowed. So it is an astronomical problem that millions and millions face worldwide. I mean, not only here in the U.S., but worldwide. And Eileen, as she mentioned, she's blessed to have family and friends such as yourself supporting her. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that, and they're faced with the same problem too. So I can't even imagine. Yeah, it's tragic for sure.
Haley Jameson with Clear Thoughts Foundation. Same kind of scenario that we saw with one of our dear friends and one of my wife's closest friends, John Burnett, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, my father was a marathon runner, U.S. Steel executive, life of every party. And we started to notice signs in his early 60s.
Wow.
That's actually how, exactly. Yeah, he was diagnosed at 65, passed at 72 on Christmas Day, 2013.
Wow. So, Haley, I thought about you yesterday, and Eileen. I saw some anecdotally saw some brief mention of a new test. Is that true? Is that true? Some new test for dementia? Some blood test?
You mean to determine if one's going to get dementia, Marty?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a number of different tests available, right? And there's certainly, I think, a range of success on how accurate they are.
Yeah, nice
and there's
point.
also a range of truthfully, people's willingness and desire to get the test. Like, personally, myself, I don't want to get the test until there's something that can be done.
Wow, great point.
To change, the course. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'd rather live my best life every day that I possibly can and hope that I don't have it, right? Because until there's something that can be done, I'm not necessarily too excited to find out if I have it.
No, by the way, this is a wonderful point. Why the hell would I want to know that the train's going to hit me if I can't stop the train from hitting me?
Yeah, I mean, some people choose to do it, and, all respect to them. For me personally, I'm with you, Marty. I'll just let the train hit me when it hits me.
Can you guys hang?
For sure,
Can you hang? I got a bunch of stuff to ask you. Can you hang out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, thanks.
Wow, all right. They're amazing women. Eileen, it's just, to do this alone, to watch this happen to your husband, he was 50, man. I mean, he was a hell of a man. I used to see him almost every day.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools to help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
When I've had family members and friends with serious medical issues involving mistakes made by doctors, and it does happen, I take them to Perry Calder. John Perry is one of my closest friends, and he's one of the best lawyers in the country. He has doctors on staff. Look, I'm telling you, these big medical companies, they fear this law firm. They're that good. They're that successful. Perry Calder Law, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder Law, 412-281-4200. Do you spend your winters outside the burg? Does your current Medicare plan offer out-of-state coverage? Marty here for MediConnect. It's a local, top-rated company. I trust them to answer your questions and other Medicare concerns you may have. The well-trained teams from MediConnect will sit down with you free of charge, explain all the different Medicare options available. And once again, it's a free service. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. The folks at Coit have been in our house half a dozen times over the years, and every single time their work is perfect. So right now, you can get amazing savings from my friends at Coit. 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. Their full-service drapery cleaning is unmatched, including takedown, cleaning, and rehanging your drapes. Call Coit today, 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. 50% off drapery cleaning, 30% off all other Coit services. Coit rocks.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. Veterans often love to continue their physical training, but finding fellow vets in the gym or around the neighborhood that just want to go for a hike or a bike can be challenging. Army veteran Mike Sullivan shares that's why Team Red, White, and Blue exists.
I mean, absolutely, that's the way the organization's set up, right? Find a local vet or member and, link up and do the things you like to do together. It's everything from cycling to rocking to, functional fitness like CrossFit. There's just about any sort of activity that's going to help you stay motivated and mobile.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We're talking about dementia and this amazing foundation, Clear Thoughts Foundation. I have my cuz with me, Eileen Stewart, and Haley Jameson with the Clear Thoughts Foundation. Eileen, I know it's been frustrating for you. It's frustrating for an outsider like me that it appears as if we have what I would describe as very little advanced treatment for this and very little new knowledge. Is that fair? Is that fair to say?
The only medication he's been on since he's been placed in 2018 is anxiety medicine.
That's it?
That's the only medicine. Yep. And maybe something to help him sleep, but that's it. Wow. Because he was very healthy, as far as like his heart rate and, blood pressure, and he, otherwise is healthy. So there's nothing they can give him.
Haley, this kind of like a bomb in my head. I hear something like that. All this data, all these patients, you said 50 million, and we really don't have what I would call, or even you would describe as something breakthrough to treat this, do we, my friend?
Unfortunately, that is correct, Marty. Yes. And truly, that's my own personal experience. And obviously, Eileen's and millions of others. And that's how Clear Thought started. Back in 2010, when my father was diagnosed, I quickly, assured my mother, who they had the fairy tale romance since they were in elementary school, right? I said, Mom, it's okay. We'll just do whatever we have to do. We'll go get whatever medicine we have to do. And quickly discovered, as Eileen said, there are not drugs, therapeutics, any of the above that truly make a difference back then. And unfortunately, still today. And that's how Clear Thoughts was started, because after finding out that there weren't drugs available to make a difference, I quickly discovered it's because of lack of funding. And sadly, here we are 15 years later, and the funding is even worse right now because of the current political and economic state right now. There's been so much funding cut from a research standpoint. So what we do here at Clear Thoughts is more important than ever. And simply said, we raise funds for breakthrough discovery of drugs and novel therapeutics to end dementia. It's truly an underfunded disease, and the awareness that has been created the last couple of years is a great thing, because it's not only bringing awareness, but it's bringing people to want to help the fight, right? To open up their wallet books and help us raise money to give it to these brilliant researchers that will hopefully make a difference. There's been, in the last year, a number of drugs that have been released. Unfortunately, they're not a 100% solution for everyone. They're still very limited, expensive, hard to get, and certainly not effective for everybody. So the research is still needed, and therefore funding is still needed.
Hey, Haley, is it 2 or 5 of us? Is it 2 or 5? Is that the correct number? We'll have this? 2 or 5 adults?
Oh, 2 out of 5. Yes, I believe 2. Actually, I think it's closer to 3 now, to be honest, Marty.
Wow.
And yeah, statistically, this is another fact that I share with people too. Every 4 seconds, somebody in the U.S. is diagnosed with dementia. Every 4 seconds. So that's a scary number, right? But yes, I believe it's like 2.5. They say out of 5 people. Yes, correct.
So how can we help?
Numbers.
How can we help you in your amazing foundation, Clear Thoughts Foundation? How can we help you?
Well, thank you for asking. It's good timing because our big annual event is coming up on Saturday, November 1st.
Okay.
It's a Monte Carlo casino-themed event. This year, it's a new location held out in Cranberry, but the event is called Roll for a Reason. And as we just explained, that reason is needed more than ever this year. So we would love to invite all your listeners to join us. You can find out more of the details at our website, which is clearthoughtsfoundation.org. But again, it's a fantastic evening. I tell people a great evening for a greater cause. It's full of, again, casino games, live music, magic, delicious food, adult beverages, all of the above.
Hey, make
great
sure
auction items, of course.
Make sure that I get all that so we can get on social. We have a really big social following, and I will do that for you. Meantime, because it's important.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, Eileen, this has not only been 15 years of hell for you, but just imagine growing up with your dad alive, but your dad really not alive. Not to be morbid here, but that's hell for kids, is it not, my dear?
As I always say, I don't know how my kids are doing as well as they're doing.
Wow.
I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah.
None of them have gotten into, drugs or,
No.
alcohol, and they're solid. And I praise God for that. I praise God for that, because it's been hell.
Oh.
Watching your dad and trying to talk, and they go in, I'm going to cry, because they go in and they try and talk to him. My son especially, Colin will just go in and try and have a conversation with him and talk about, remember when you coached me in soccer? And remember you tried to get me to learn how to golf? And he would laugh, and Colin laughs, and he says, I was never good at it. And he'll just go on. And it's a hell. And then, one won't, it's too hard for her to go in. She did just recently go in. I was so proud of her. But I don't push, because I'm not them.
No.
I'm not in their shoes, and I don't judge. Because I don't even know how they're, dealing with it.
I don't either.
So
I don't.
I know they want him to pass. They've told me that, because it's as I always say, if you were on life support, you'd pull the plug. But, there's no way, because there's no hope. He's going to end up just stopping eating. And then we're going to watch all this. And it's disastrous.
I just don't. I don't know, my dear.
I always say, Marty, in that regard, that when the person finally passes, you have lost that person long before their physical body passes.
Boy, is that true?
I mean, I mentioned that, my father passed on Christmas Day, and, everyone thought that was so horrific. And obviously my kids were little then, so, the timing was rough. But truly, for those that have gone through this, and I tell people this, it was the greatest Christmas present one could have asked for, because we lost my father long before Christmas Day. We were just caring for a physical body.
Yeah.
My God, what an amazing point. Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Glenn Campbell quote, if you guys recall, the country singer who was also diagnosed with Alzheimer's, he said, I'm still here, yet I'm gone. And he was aware of the fact that his body was still, living, but that he as a person is no longer who he once was, right?
Hey.
So, we end up taking care of their physical bodies.
For you, does this scare you, Haley, that this could happen to you? Because I'm scared now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that on the radio, but yes, hell yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I mean, truthfully, not only for me, Marty, but, I have two beautiful children.
Yeah.
And it's frightening. Hence me working around the clock to try to raise funds, because it is a devastating experience to be part of and to witness, and then to have fear that could happen to you or to your children. Yes, it is truly frightening.
Ladies, anything
Keeps me
you
up
need,
at night.
get me your social. We'll get it out there. Thank you, ladies. Anything you need, thank you. Love you both.
Thanks, Marty.
Marty, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care, my friend.
Wow.
Fall in for some fall fantastic savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Fresh split chicken breasts are $1.99 a pound. New crop Honeycrisp apples, 99 cents a pound. And selected varieties of Tino's Pizza Rolls, 24.8-ounce packages, 2 for $7. Additional savings in our meat department. 85% lean fresh ground round, $5.99 a pound. And wild-caught skin-on fresh haddock fillets are $10.99 a pound. In the produce department, carving pumpkins, $5.99 each. And jumbo sun-kissed navel oranges are 5 for $5. In the deli department, John F. Martin ham off the bone is $5.99 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Del Grosso pasta sauce, 15 to 24-ounce jars, 2 for $4.
So fall in for some fall fantastic savings at Coons Market. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 64 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The low-cost airline serving Westmoreland County is in bankruptcy for the second time in a year. What effect will it have on Arnold Palmer Regional Airport? News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen reports.
Spirit plans to reduce its capacity by 20% next year.
We know that they're going to adjust their schedule, and we know that we have to plan accordingly.
The potential loss of Spirit routes will come at the same time the Latrobe terminal is being expanded. But Executive Director Gabe Monzo says efforts to fund the expansion project were already underway for a decade.
And it's totally funded, by the way. Once we got it all together, it's hard to you don't want to give it back because it took you 10 years to scrounge it up.
On the Big K Morning Show, Monzo said the terminal expansion will continue. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
A professor and entomologist from St. Vincent College in Latrobe wants you to send you her spotted lanterns. Michelle Duenas is trying to build a database of the insects to help researchers study the invasive species.
We prefer them not squashed. We can't do research on them if you've stomped on them first.
She tells the Big K Morning Show she's asking people to gently kill them, and you can sign up for a collection kit online.
The way I recommend is people use like an empty water bottle or a Gatorade bottle. They jump in, you put them in their freezer, they meet their end, and then you can pop those bugs into the tube with the DNA preservative, and then there comes a return label, and you pop that back in the mail and send them back to us.
The $10 kits are available to order until the end of November. Just go to slfia.square.site. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 117 points. The NASDAQ up 175. The S&P 500 is up 35 points. KDK Radio News time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com. Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy J.K. spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. J.K. won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out. So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment, they use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
As clouds give way to some sun this afternoon, we'll reach a high of 65. Then we end up clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine tomorrow, high 63. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Annual open enrollment period begins on the 15th. Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from top national and regional carriers from Pittsburgh-based Need Part C. NeedPartC.com. Email info@needpartc.com. 412-744-2625.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather, folks. It's October, crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows, time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The dementia stuff is unsettling. My cousin Eileen has been very close to us, watched our kids as they were growing up, so they have a bond with her, and we have a bond with her. I used to see her husband because they lived really close to us in Lebo. I see him walking all the time. He's a hell of a salesman, made a lot of money. And then he went to New York. This is years ago. He was in his 50s. Think about how young that is. And he said his car was stolen when it wasn't. He just lost it. And the poor guy has been in decline for 15 years. Think about this. She's had to go to Kane and see him. And she sent me a picture, and he can't hear, can't talk, can't acknowledge your existence. And that's your dad. I don't know, man. Eileen has bravely taken this on. And so, by the way, did, as you can hear from Haley with her father, and you have no choice, but there's a side of this that might sound morbid, but there's a part of them and us that want him to die because of what we're discussing. Because he's not there. As Haley said, when her father passed, it was joyful because he was in a better place, and so were they. And what's particularly distressing is there's no advance in anything. Neil's a hell of a man. He was a hell of a dad. It's amazing, too, about athletics, right? Because when you're a jock, and he was a superstar, he's the best in the state of Pennsylvania. If you think of a jock that's scoring 11 goals in a hockey game, that's sick. That's like a QB throwing 6 touchdowns. It's unheard of. He was that guy. And they think that a lot of what happened to him is from blows to the head when he was that guy.
And with him being in such excellent condition.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you manage it if you're Eileen, my cousin. Just paying the bills and raising 3 kids and putting them through college. I want to see if I can get my buddy Dave. Hello? Big man.
Hey.
Dave is on the phone. He's on the air. We've had phone trouble all day. Dave, are you still at your house?
Yeah, just down the street.
Tell us how it went. Tell us how it went today.
Now, met the sheriff there. There were 3-4 sheriffs that showed up. There were like 7 people living in the house.
What?
Full of crap.
Wow.
Needles everywhere. Tons of garbage. And, I was, my mover wouldn't touch it.
Oh.
So now I got to find somebody else that'll move it. There's a bunch of garbage. There's a truck full of garbage that needs to get out of there. And, then
wow.
Hang on to, which I have no idea why.
So there were 7 people living there.
Yep.
Wow.
There's one that was living in an unheated outbuilding. Another one's living in the basement.
Wow.
And a bunch more. Just all over the friggin' place.
And I'm assuming by what you're saying, they're all addicts.
It sure looks that way. I mean, there were needles in every room of the house, and kind of looks like they were selling drugs out of there because there was a scale in the living room, and my neighbor, saw all kinds of traffic, all kinds of people, going all hours of the day and night. So, yeah, that's what we think.
Did they move along peacefully, sir?
Yes, they did. They did not give the marshals, will have guns and stuff like that.
Right.
And they didn't fight with them. And they moved out a bunch of crap and left a bunch of crap for me to move out.
This guy that squatted in there, did he say anything to you? Anything at all?
Yeah, he said he was very sorry he let it get like this. He let these people live here, and they just trashed the place, and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, he apologized. He apologized.
Yeah, and he offered to help clean up. I'm like, dude, you are not coming anywhere near this place.
You wanted him out.
Yes.
And he's been living there rent-free for how long?
3 friggin' months.
Wow. And so now you're left with all these needles and trash and expense of what? Storing this crap? You have to pay for that?
Yeah, I'm only going to pay for the first month, and then he can deal with it. I mean, that's what why I even have to do anything with this guy's stuff is beyond me. I mean, it just pisses me off talking about it.
Why wouldn't it? How much effort will it take for you to get that place back in the working shape, sir?
I'm guessing it'll probably be another $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, at least. Oh, and they stole a washer and dryer that I had in there, too.
Thank goodness you have the sheriff, though, because on your own you couldn't get this done.
No way. Not unless I went in there with guns a-blazing, and that's not me.
What have we learned here from this? That the man who owns the house is powerless. You're the victim.
That's it. Take advantage of the landlord.
Wow.
We got nothing better to do but pay for these people. I mean, there's something fundamentally wrong with the legal system because, you look on the internet, you see it. It happens everywhere. And it's just like something totally different about the way that they treat, real estate than how they treat, like, other property, like cars and stuff like that.
It's true. I'm sorry, brother. We're all in to help you get back on your feet with this, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate the support. I will turn it around and turn it back into the beautiful place that it was. And get it rented to somebody who's not a deadbeat.
My man, do me a favor, though. With your cell phone rolling in about a minute and a half at the longest, walk through that house and show us, okay, so I can show people what's happened, okay?
A friend of mine actually did that. He texted me a bunch of videos, and I can text them over to you.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right. You hear what he just said? Guy took over his house for 3 months. Bunch of drug addicts. Needles. It's so gross the mover won't move it. It's going to cost him $25,000. Is that as good as it gets?
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zang Grilling. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5. And you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof, and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry Nasseri, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Stocks today are gaining partly on earnings optimism and also hopes for another interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve soon. New Fed Governor Stephen Myron says there's now more downside risk than there was a week ago amid trade tension between the U.S. and China. And Myron also saying at an event organized by CNBC, he sees substantial disinflation coming a year from now. Medical device maker Abbott Labs has cut the top end of its full-year earnings forecast, though, by 2 cents shipments this year because the Trump administration has launched an investigation into that sector, which could lead to new tariffs on its best-selling product. And Colossal Biosciences hopes to bring back the northern white rhino from the brink of extinction within 4 years using gene editing from old samples and a surrogate mother. The Texas-based company plans to work with researchers from around the world to produce a third northern white rhino, adding to the last two left that live at a reserve in Kenya. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hold on, everybody. So, imagine this. You own a property, some jagoff, and I mean that in the nicest way, enters your property and moves in with his jagoff friends, and I mean that in the nicest way, and they're all jagoff drug addicts, and they're there for 4 months, and they won't leave, and you got to pay for it. And that's what happened to Dave. And something's wrong with that system, man. Something is jacked up with that system, Lance O'Brien, is it not, brother?
Very much. I just want you to define jagoff, though.
Oh, it has menti tentacles, my man.
I hear you, brother.
All right, I'm so glad he's here today. First of all, it's an important day. Explain that. And then let's talk about the impact on veterans, sir.
Yeah, so it's the first day of the annual enrollment period. What does that mean? First and foremost, this is the one time every year anybody who has Medicare can review and change their plan.
Right.
So whether they have just
starts today.
It starts today.
Right.
Whether they have a standalone prescription drug plan, a Medicare Advantage plan, a supplement, this is their window to make their change, right? And we've talked a lot about terminations today, so if you've got one of those letters, you want to give us a call. We've talked about changes in
Hold on,
prices.
how many people got those? Like tens of thousands?
We're in the six figures statewide.
Woo!
6 figures statewide.
Historic number.
Historic, yeah. Especially for this region, because normally there are plan terminations every year, but it's more in the 4 digits, not the 6 digits. Right, so it is monumental this year, right? So we have that going on. We've got the changes with the prescriptions that I will hit again later today, but I do want to take a minute and talk about our veterans, right? Because as you know, I love the military. My daughter's a staff sergeant in the Army Reserves. Like, that's all important to me. So if you're out there today, you're a veteran, you qualify for Medicare, but maybe you have TRICARE or you have veterans benefits, you get all of your prescriptions through the VA or through TRICARE, there are options out there that could save you on your Part B premium. Part B is the premium that they take out of your Social Security check. Right now, it's $185. There are some plans out there, Marty, where our veterans can get back as much as $110 into their check without impacting their military benefits.
Oh, nice.
So it doesn't take away from them. It doesn't replace them. It supplements their military benefits. And I think it's great because if you've served our country, if you have put in the time, if there are ways that you can find additional assistance, but it's not just that either. It's not just the money they can get back in their check. They also can get additional benefits that they can use on top of TRICARE benefits. A lot of that has to do with the dental, the vision, the hearing, free gym access, because TRICARE and whatnot doesn't provide those at that level. So they could get additional benefits, reduce their Part B premium, and not impact what they're currently doing. It's a win-win for them, really.
Huh. Smart.
It's smart, and it's good.
Don't blow this off is what you're saying.
Yeah, don't blow it off, because it's a good thing. Because, again, for me, it's like, if I could save $100 a month,
hell yeah,
have my same benefits and get extra benefits and go to the gym for free and nothing really changes for me, I'm about that.
Hello.
It's helpful, right? You know?
Hey, show people out who are going to freak out that they might not get right through, they might not get immediate help. Kind of relax them and tell them where we're at here today.
Yeah, so generally, one of the things we have built our brand on is we answer the phone as soon as you call. We're doing our very best to do that. But I will say our phone lines are at historic numbers right now. So if you call today and you don't get through, don't get impatient. Don't give up. We will get to you. Just give us a call back. We want to make sure that you're taken care of during this enrollment period.
And it doesn't all have to happen today, dog.
It doesn't, because here's what happens. And I'm actually glad we went this direction when we hadn't planned on it. The first 3 weeks is like a sprint. So now until the first week of November, everybody that is a planner is going nuts, right?
That's true.
Then from the first week of November, right up until Thanksgiving, there's kind of a lull.
Sure.
So if people are like, okay, I can be patient for a little bit, I'll put it off, we'll have a ton of bandwidth. If they can't do that because they're traveling, we'll do it as soon as we can, but that's possible. Then once you get to the Monday after Thanksgiving, all bets are off, bro. That's when all your procrastinators come into the works, and that's literally the busiest time is those last 7 or 8 days.
Should they care about the shutdown of the government? Does it affect any of this?
Only if they have the Affordable Care Act.
I see.
And I think that's probably something we should talk about in greater detail next segment, because it's not going to impact Medicare, which this is, again, it's really a great question because those benefits are already set. The plans for next year are set. They're not going to be impacted by this shutdown whatsoever. One of the things they're really fighting for, Marty, in this shutdown is to continue subsidies for the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
Right? That will have a major impact in how things play out for those people.
The Democrats are winning that battle.
Well, you know me. I'm more of a conservative.
Yep.
I'm with them on this one.
I see this.
And that's where, I think if you're really smart about your politics, you don't draw a line on a party.
Right on.
You draw lines on policy. Yes.
And this means people would continue to get coverage. That's what this means.
Yes. So what it means is, if this doesn't go through,
done.
There's going to be increases.
400%.
Ridiculous.
Maybe
where people will literally drop their coverage.
Right on.
We shouldn't be putting people
legit.
in that situation.
That's legit.
Yep.
888-818-6334. 888-818-6334. Just for perspective, generally, historically, they get at MediConnect 25 to 50 calls a day, and that's kind of busy. Last week or so, 5 to 7 to 800 calls in a day.
Yes.
Right?
And today we're going to definitely exceed 800.
So, but you got the people there.
We do. We got 40 people. We're working.
Just remember, have a little love, a little patience, and hang in there, because they do. And don't call amateurs working out of the back of their friggin' Jeep Renegade. Nothing against Jeeps. In a Walmart parking lot. Nothing against Walmart. My man Lance, thanks, brother. See you in an hour.
Sounds great, man.
Cool.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin, they're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told? You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit FoundationSoft.com. That's FoundationSoft.com. FoundationSoft.com.
So, two things. my sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 64 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. A 24-year-old has died following a shooting last night in Aliquippa. The medical examiner's office says Gavad Tyson was wounded in the leg in the 1100 block of Waite Street a few minutes after 9 p.m. and died at a hospital a short time later. State police are investigating. A McKeesport man wanted since the end of July for violating probation connected to a guilty plea involving 2 gun charges has been arrested and is now facing new gun charges. 25-year-old Dante Harper pleaded guilty in December of 2024 and was sentenced to 3 years probation on a case involving 2 gun charges. In July of this year, a bench warrant was issued for probation violation on that case. On Tuesday, detectives from Sheriff Krause's office took Harper into custody without incident. Harper was transported to the Allegheny County Jail. In addition to answering for the bench warrant, he's now facing 2 new gun charges for a weapon he possessed during the arrest. A Pittsburgh council member says the city is heading toward financial problems. As News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush reports, the lawmaker wants to hit the brakes on spending before taxes go up.
Councilwoman Teresa Cal-Smith says the city controller and several of her colleagues see the situation as a budget crisis, but the Gainey administration paints a different picture.
They both make compelling arguments, so I think we need to have a conversation about what our priorities are with the budget, how we're providing services to our residents, and where we need to cut or where we need to add and how we can add.
She says a spending freeze could help the city avoid a tax hike, something she's hoping to prevent.
I don't want to raise taxes until we've done everything we can do to be fiscally responsible stewards of the taxpayers' dollars.
Cal-Smith's proposal would pause most hiring, non-essential travel, and grants to outside groups. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Controller Rachel Heisler, who has repeatedly sounded alarms over city finances, told KDKA Radio's Rob Pratt she thinks Councilmember Cale Smith is on the right track.
I do think we absolutely have a revenue problem. I do think we are headed towards austerity measures. I do think a non-union pay freeze is an avenue we should consider. And I do think a hiring freeze as we move into next year is likely something we need to consider as well.
Heisler also agrees a tax hike should be a last resort. After witnessing the positive impact that therapy dogs had on very sick kids at Children's Hospital, South Allegheny Superintendent of Schools David McDonald decided a therapy dog would make sense in his district. Gladdy, a trained Cavapoo named for the school's mascot Gladiator, will be featured throughout the district starting early in November. There will be structured settings as well as appearances throughout the district. McDonald believes the kids' mental health is the true catalyst to learning, and every little bit helps.
I think the thing that I'm the most proud of being the leader at South Allegheny is our teaching staff, our school board, our support staff. They understand the importance of relationships with kids.
South Allegheny students already have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the school, and McDonald says he wants school to be a safe haven for everyone. The Pennsylvania Lottery is announcing two winners in the region. A Match 6 ticket worth $620,000 was sold in Allegheny County for Tuesday's drawing. It was purchased at Joe's Butcher Shop in Pitcairn, and an online lottery player in Fayette County won just under $438,000 with the Monopoly Secret Vault game. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 48 points, the Nasdaq up 135, the S&P 500 is up 23. KDK Sports, it's a short week for the Steelers, who will face the Bengals tomorrow night. They'll be taking on Joe Flacco in Cincinnati. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh. Let the good times roll. Free play all October. Visit theboccehouse.com for more. Right now, partly sunny and 64 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-4932. 800-298-4932. Again, that's 800-298-4932.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon, we'll see clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65. Then we end up clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 63. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Jojo Burgess is a friend. He's a union leader. He's a steel worker. He is the mayor of Washington, PA, and he's fed up. He worked so hard to save the hospital there, the UPMC hospital, and he did, quite frankly. We were on the phone 3 times a day, and he's a warrior. And now I heard him. I never hear him angry or frustrated, and I heard him last night talking about a homicide in the dead of night, 3 in the morning, on the 12th, right there on the main drag in front of this really cool bakery in Washington, PA, and he's fed up. And he's fed up with the rhetoric we hear around America about the code of silence, about people going at it with each other on social media and not really working to solve the problem of the crisis, but just hating, creating more hate. I got to call him and get him on the phone here because he really wants this to change. Hi, Mayor.
Hello?
Hi, Mayor.
Hey, how are you?
Mayor,
How are you?
Mayor, yes, sir. This has been a very frustrating experience for you, hasn't it, sir?
What's that? The phone call or try to get in touch or what's going on in my city?
Yes, the homicide. Yes, sir.
Absolutely very frustrating because, again, there were people that were around the incident that for some reason have just disappeared and have nothing to say.
Tell us what happened, sir, and tell us how we can help.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know what happened because we just know that we had a gentleman shot in an alleyway, and he is deceased now. Witnesses are not coming forward to give any information to the police. And when you have this, it just becomes frustrating because you get a whole community that says, you got to find the killer, you got to do this, you got to do that. But if we weren't there to witness and watch it ourselves, you're throwing a needle in a haystack and saying, go find it.
The mayor is a courageous leader in that town. Save the hospital. He's a battler for the union. He's a battler for people. So this happened on the 12th, 3 in the morning, in an alleyway in front of this really kind of cool little bakery down there. And Julian Lassick, 20 years old, dead, sir. That's hard to imagine. A man that young dead. Another person injured. And because of what you're saying, sir, this code of silence, no suspects, no arrests, right?
No suspects, no arrest.
What does that say to you about the community, sir, that makes you frustrated, sir?
The biggest frustration is just how this code of silence, or whatever we want to call it, I'm not going to be no snitch. We have to get away from that. I went on Saturday and seen the family of the deceased individual, and I don't like having to do business like that.
No.
I do not like seeing families that are torn apart because of what I feel is senseless violence. And, you know, you hear all these people, as you see, you know, the commemorative posts on social media and stuff. We love you. We do. Yep. If you love him and you know, come out and say, hey, this is what happened. If you were there, I don't want people coming and running lies or what they heard in the streets and stuff like that. I want people that witnessed it to come and say what was there. You're not a criminal for coming and saying what happened, especially if you didn't do it.
Right on. Hey, Mayor, you said something important here. The community is not under threat. This is not a random act, is it, sir?
It was not a random act, no.
And you believe, and the police believe, that someone had a motive and a planned this, and that other people know who did this, right?
The police know that it was not a random act. I don't want to tip off too much of what they have found out.
Right.
They do know that it was not a random act, and that there were other people on the scene that seen what happened, and they can collaborate. This case would be over today.
Right on.
They would just come forward.
Hey, what is it, sir? I've seen this my whole career. What is about people that love to spout off on social media but won't say jack when it comes to solving a crime like this? What is that, sir?
I wish I could answer that. If I could answer that, I'd have $1 million in my pocket right now.
It's true, man. It's true. What are you telling people? What are you telling people that you run into on the streets about your frustration here, sir?
I can't talk about my frustration because guess what? I got to hear the frustration of a community.
Wow.
People that you know want to know if they're safe. People that want answers. People that and I hate it, but I can't give you stuff that I don't know. Can't give you what I don't know. I do know that, like I said, that we're safe because, we've taken extra precautionary measures, which I'm not going to speak about. Because one thing I won't do is go indulge people on what we're doing because when you do that, you give the bad actors your playbook and they know how to play with it.
Mayor, this happened in an alley near Joe's Bakery there on North Main Street in Washington, PA. Are the citizens, can they feel safe there, sir?
I'll tell you something that happened last night.
Right.
Absolutely. Number one, yesterday, there is a bakery across the street, Destination Candy, that I get all my fat boy stuff from. I hate that. I always tell people that the owner, Miss Linda, bullies me into buying fat boy stuff, and I get it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm sticking to that story. I was there yesterday. There were people patronizing the place. Joe's Bakery is still selling out in the mornings before 7 o'clock. Last night I was uptown. There were kids walking up right by the crime scene. It is safe because it's not like we have a person that is running through the city of Washington right now saying, oh, a blue house, I'm shooting it. Oh, a red house, I'm shooting it.
Wow.
There's not a random shooter out here. This was a isolated incident. And I get it. with the location. We had the college there with the, on the phone with the college president because it was homecoming at W&J this weekend.
Wow.
No incidents. Everything went off without a hitch. It is safe. It's unfortunate that our communities are not immune to some of the senseless acts of violence that happen in other communities. And it doesn't mean that we're less safe. It just means that some of that stuff is going to touch us sometimes, and it's unfortunate.
And Mayor Jojo Burgess, who is a wonderful mayor from Washington, you have a killer roaming the streets, and without the help of citizens, that killer won't be brought to justice, sir, right? You need help.
That's basically what it is. There's someone that killed this young man. There is no one coming forward to say who, what, when, why, where, anything. I mean, we get names.
Yeah.
But most of them are nicknames.
Yep.
But, and the thing about it is, we'll probably get 10, 15 names, and without someone to come and collaborate the story, those names are just going, they could have said that I did it.
Right.
And I wasn't there because you need someone to collaborate the story and say, this is what happened. You need that evidence. You need something. And it can't be, well, I heard from Marty that James did it. You know, it's got to be an eyewitness to what happened.
Mayor, I appreciate your leadership and your courage, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty.
Love the man. Love him.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Coit have been in our house half a dozen times over the years, and every single time their work is perfect. So right now, you can get amazing savings from my friends at Coit. 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. Their full-service drapery cleaning is unmatched, including takedown, cleaning, and rehanging your drapes. Call Coit today, 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. 50% off drapery cleaning, 30% off all other Coit services. Coit rocks.
Fall in for some fantastic fall savings at Coons Market.
Fresh split chicken breasts, $1.99 a pound. Honey Crisp apples, 99 cents a pound. And Totino's pizza rolls, 24.8-ounce packages, 2 for $7. Come see us at Coons.
So, my man Henry, who's been in law enforcement close to 60 years, his wife needs a place to rest where someone can take care of her full time. And the long-term care facility is $8,000 a month. You can't afford it. Enter Julian Gray, elder law attorney, the best out there. Enter his counselors, his social workers. And right now, they're making certain that Henry can get his wife into a place she can afford, that they can afford. Same with me and my wife. Julian Gray and his people put together an estate plan that will protect us and our children for the future. Look, folks, grayelderlaw.com. Trusted, knowledgeable, fantastic, hands-on service. grayelderlaw.com. 412-960-2971.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof, and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry and Asari, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia North Huntington and Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia in North Huntington and in Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Fall Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I heard something yesterday while I was working out with Charlie Kirk's wife. He's the young man who was assassinated. Conservative. They got a special award for him after his death, posthumously, yesterday. Trump gave it to his wife. But I couldn't help but think of my daughters when I heard his wife, because yesterday was his birthday. I couldn't help but think of my own daughters when I heard his wife say this. Listen to Charlie Kirk's wife yesterday. Listen.
And before I close, I'll share with you that I asked our daughter what she would like to say to Daddy for his birthday. She said, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream. And I want you to go have a birthday surprise. I love you," is what she said. And while our son is precious, he can't yet speak. In classic Kirk family fashion, his actions spoke louder than his words. And his gift to you, Charlie, and myself for that matter, was deciding to become the man of the house and be fully potty trained at 16 months. But Charlie, baby, I know that you're celebrating in heaven today, but gosh, I miss you.
I have cards in my briefcase and cards on my desk. Cards in my glove compartment, things that my daughters have written for me, like that, over the years, on my birthdays. I don't care about your politics. I don't fight with people about politics. I care about that. Because that's their daddy. When my kids were young, when Sophia was young, our neighborhood's flat. It's about a mile if you walk around this block. This is no BS. Ask my wife, you see her. I held Sophia and carried her at least 3 times a day around that block. Okay? And then, when Chloe was born, I carried them both about 3 times a day around that block. I just don't know how to manage that kind of loss. The loss of Daddy. I can't. When I talk to my sisters about my father's influence, my sister Barb talked to my father twice a day. Maria, same. Sandy, same. It's just, Dad. I think that we have to wrap our arms around that loss and understand the magnitude of it and the depth of the death of Daddy. Whether you cared for Charlie is irrelevant to me, but whether you care for that kid is relevant, because that kid now has no daddy on Daddy's birthday. Listen to the descript of the Medal of Freedom that Charlie was given posthumously yesterday. Listen.
The Presidential Medal of Freedom is awarded to Charles James Kirk. Accepting on behalf of Charlie is his wife, Mrs. Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk was one of the most influential American political figures of his generation. At just 18 years old, he founded Turning Point USA and grew it into the largest conservative youth organization in the nation. For over a decade, he tirelessly traveled the country leading a movement to restore respect for our founding principles, reawaken our national identity, and inspire a renewed spirit of religious devotion. He was one of the great debaters and communicators of his time. Despite receiving repeated threats, he remained undeterred and modeled courage, logic, humor, and grace to the next generation. On September 10th, 2025, at age 31, Charlie Kirk was assassinated while addressing a group of students. The United States honors him as a martyr for truth and freedom.
Good for him. Good for his family. Bad for us. He's dead. The other thing that struck me with that was Shapiro's kids and what happened at the governor's mansion and how horribly the state police handled that security. Horribly. Prove me wrong. And, you know, all my friends are cops, so I got to call them as I see them. And forget me, I talked to all the insiders. They said this is a major screw-up at the governor's mansion by the state police. Shapiro is worried. I am worried. His family is worried. We have to protect our leaders at all costs. Those kids have no daddy. We do not want to tell that kind of story again. It's too devastating. We have to make certain that we try to keep our political views out of it, but when we don't, we have to keep violence out of our political views. And we must make certain that if we're hired to protect a governor, that we actually do our damn job. And if we don't, changes are made. And I am promised that there has been a massive change in security outside and inside the governor's mansion. Promised that's in place right now.
Edwina just loves fall in Pittsburgh, but she hates to paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
So over the years, I had to touch up the house. I just got to the point where I couldn't spend any more money on the outside of the house. And when I saw Rhino Shield, I thought that was the answer to my problem.
And Rhino Shield's not paint, it's better.
I'd had painters here before, and it was usually quite a disaster with them leaving their equipment here and picking up things in the yard. But Rhino Shield was right on it.
Now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price and 0% financing for 12 months.
The gentleman said, give me a call. And I said, honestly, can you come tomorrow?
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly sunny and 67 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. An arrest has been made in last night's deadly shooting in Aliquippa. State police say 25-year-old Tavon Goodnight is being held in the Beaver County Jail for the killing of 24-year-old Javad Tyson last night in the 1100 block of Wade Street. A Pittsburgh nonprofit is sounding the alarm as the state budget impasse stretches past 100 days. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Pittsburgh Action Against Rape is continuing to serve victims in Allegheny County, even as state funding remains frozen amid the ongoing budget impasse. The organization, which helps around 2,500 survivors each year, hasn't received any state payments since July. That funding normally covers 20% of its budget. As a result, PAR has cut staff positions, frozen spending, and is asking vendors to delay payments. Leaders say they can operate through December using reserve funds, but warn that without a state budget soon, critical services could be at risk. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Open enrollment begins today for people who use Medicare. News Radio KDKA's David Botterato has more.
Recipients will notice more changes than ever before. Premiums are going up for Medicare Advantage and prescription plans, plus supplemental coverage as well. Copays are higher and benefits are down. Lance O'Brien of MediConnect says on top of that, hundreds of thousands of people have had their plans terminated.
The legislation made great cost saving for the consumer, but just because the consumer doesn't have to pay it doesn't mean somebody doesn't have to pay it, right? So it's all being passed on to the insurance carrier, so they have plans where they're literally losing millions of dollars on those plans.
O'Brien stresses it's still great coverage overall, but you need to make sure what you have is the best coverage that you can afford. Because outside of a one-shot window for Medicare Advantage plan recipients in the first quarter, for most people, what you go with between now and December 7th is what you'll have through the end of next year. David Botterato, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 231 points. The Nasdaq down 91. The S&P 500 is down 31 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hello, it's Lena Dunham. I host a podcast called The C Word with my dearest friend and historian of bad behavior, Alyssa Bennett.
What is up?
It's a chat show about women whose society is called crazy.
We're going to be rediscovering the stories of women's society dismissed by calling them mad, sad, or just plain bad.
Listen to and follow The C Word with Lena Dunham and Alyssa Bennett. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Full Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds giving way to some sun and a high of 65 this afternoon, then turning clear and chillier with a low of 40 tonight. Sunshine, high 63 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. You'll hear from our hometown hero Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Jerome Bettis. What does he think about the Steelers' chances in Cincinnati? Find out.
This is a wonderful time of year for me. I love the weather. I could do this every day. I love it. I love the cool weather. Mary Hours, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Right. Seasonably cool or normal? Where are we at?
It's near normal. We're actually a little bit above normal, making it to the upper 60s today, only by a couple degrees. Normally we should be mid 60s, like 64, 65. Low should be low to mid 40s. So overnight, we're still looking at temperatures upper 30s. So then we're below average. Clear skies. We have a frost advisory tonight through tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. So lows will be right around that 40-degree. Potential for some patchy frost. I'd cover up the plants if you want to protect them. And then we have a freeze watch Thursday night into early Friday, and it's going to be a little bit colder. Could have some isolated areas in those low 30s. I feel like we just talked exact thing. Wednesday, it was the same exact days, same thing.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
Do you go all out for Halloween with the costumes and stuff with the kids?
We do. I'm dressing up as two different things because my daughter doesn't want to do the family costume. So my son's Woody. I'm going to be Jesse for his Halloween party. Then for trick or treat, my daughter is going to be, it's from Disney Zombies. It's Nova, one of the girls, and I'm Addison. But then for school, she's going to be Addison, and then she wants to wear the wig that I'm wearing for the costume. So I have to please them both and do all of that. So I'll do it as long as they want me to.
No, it's cool. So I know it's a couple weeks out, but we've had some nasty Halloweens. Can you kind of sort of look a little bit down the road and kind of sort of look at what you think it might be like?
Yeah, so, I mean, we might get into a little unsettled pattern. I think it's going to be cooler. I was literally just talking about this with Trey, that we've had snowy Halloweens.
Yep.
We've had 70 and sunny.
Yep.
We've had stormy Halloweens with gusts so high, like 20, 30 mile per hour gusts. I remember, I think Vivi was 2. So that was like 5 years ago, I believe. But yeah, this Halloween, I mean, I'm hoping for like cloudy skies, mid 50s, so or 60 degrees, so we don't have to wear the turtlenecks under that. So still a little ways away, but we are still trending to be, maybe a little dry. I'm hoping.
Hey, that plant covering thing, does it work?
Yes.
Does it work?
I use fake plants, so I wouldn't know. But you're supposed to. You have to use. Christine always makes fun of me for that too. So you have to use
I
a
love
cloth.
her. Hold on, Mary. You have
non-plastic,
fake plants outside? Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
I do.
That is brilliant.
I do. Every year, they're my fake mums.
That is brilliant.
And in summer, I use fake plants in the summer. I use fake plants in the fall. I mean, they're always out. Different colors for different seasons, different styles.
Wow.
If not, they die.
Wow. So everybody thinks, man,
I take care of 2 kids. I don't have time to take care of plants.
that is friggin' brilliant. Wow. And so then the neighbors all say, well, that Mary, she has a great garden. Wow. How's she do all that stuff?
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Hey,
now they know my secret.
when's the next big rain, Mary?
Sunday, we have some rain that's going to be moving in. We could have some isolated showers north very early into Saturday morning, but those areas north like Punxsutawney, Clarion, they could pick up a quick 1/4 of an inch, but we still have abnormally dry conditions, extreme drought conditions even for some areas. So the new drought monitor map gets issued tomorrow, but the rain on Sunday should hopefully help out a little bit, but we're still well below normal for where we should be for precipitation, not just for the month, but for the year. So we really need some catching up to do.
Mary, thank you. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
It's wild. I missed the whole Halloween thing because what happens is the kids get older, and so my son's 15, so it's not cool anymore to go trick-or-treating. And then you're like, okay. You know what I mean, Mary?
Yeah. Oh, I know. But Christine's told me about all of your fun Halloween Halloween costumes and your decorations that you guys do. So you're still kind of going all out.
Not me. Thanks, Mary. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. I think Halloween's one of the coolest holidays because of the kids. And I love it when it's warmer because we get on our street about 400 kids. And that makes it great. And the truth of the matter is Halloween's a blast. And I love having Halloween. Mary's smart, though, with the fake plants. Mary's smart with the fake plants because they're a lot of work and they don't freeze. And now that she mentioned this, she had told my wife that she had fake plants outside. I wouldn't know the damn difference. They're too much work. I wanted to mention a couple things about what's happening with this property and my friend who had to have the sheriff kick these bums out of his house. David, he had this house in the Southside Flats, and this bum moved in with his girlfriend and wouldn't leave for 4 months. So today, the sheriff, Krause, did a hell of a job. Went in there and kicked the guy out. There were 7 people living in there. David just sent me videos, which I will post. This is unbelievable. This guy took this beautiful rental property that David spent thousands on and turned it into a drug den. Wow. They were selling drugs. I have weight scales. They had Narcan in case somebody overdosed. They turned his house into a drug den for 4 months. I'm looking at pictures of needles and syringes and food and, oh my gosh, and trash and They drew on the walls. It's disgusting. And garbage piled up to the ceiling. Man, there were hundreds of syringes in David's house. They decided that they would abuse drugs and in the process ruin his house. There are at least, 1,000 empty syringes and 1,000 used syringes. Stolen bikes. Wow. Clothing piled to the ceiling. The sheriff finally kicked him out. David has to pay for the cleanup, has to pay for the locksmith, has to pay for the mover, has to pay for the storage unit to store their crap. It's going to cost him at least $10,000 to fix this disgusting, and no one goes to jail. No one. No one. No one gets arrested. It's ridiculous and sickening.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You want a roof that doesn't leak. Of course, that's a given. You need a roofing partner with the experience and know-how to ensure the structural integrity and energy efficiency of your roof. Trust PJ Fitzpatrick with their 45 years of experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Our professionals install most roofs in just one day. PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Visit trustpj.com today. That's trustpj.com.
Annual open enrollment period begins on the 15th. Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from top national and regional carriers from Pittsburgh-based Need Part C. NeedPartC.com. Email info@needpartc.com. 412-744-2625.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car buying with the 2025 Subaru Impreza, the compact car that's big on confidence and easy on the wallet. Lease a 25 Impreza base, VIN S8327718 for just $199 a month for 36 months with $2,299 due at signing with 10,000 miles per year. These October savings won't last. Get to Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL, MSRP $26,971. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc via 477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st.
Oh, that's the power of
BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I've wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
Get ready to roll. Bocce House of Pittsburgh officially open and all month long. It's open play. That means free play on the bocce courts. Come experience Pittsburgh's newest social destination, featuring memberships, a luxury cigar lounge, and league play for all skill levels. So grab some friends, enjoy delicious food, and pour yourself a drink in our self-pour bar system. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh, where good food, great drinks, and even better company meet on the court. So visit theboccehouse.com for all the details.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. It's not just local grocery chains or other retailers and aspiring local market operators buying closed former Rite Aid stores in the region and beyond. Local nonprofits are also starting to get on the action. That includes the Brashear Association, the venerable social services nonprofit based on the South Side, an organization with more than a century of providing senior and local youth programs, employment support, and a food pantry. Real estate records reveal Brashear has bought the former Rite Aid store in Mount Oliver, paying $350,000 for the location at 230 Hayes Avenue in the South Hilltop community just outside the borders of the city of Pittsburgh. Also, Southwest Airlines has big plans in 2026 for Pittsburgh International Airport, increasing service on one of its most popular routes and adding more departures to another seasonal flight to the West Coast. And Southwest is also adding seasonal service to another Florida city. Southwest is already Pittsburgh International Airport's largest airline by passenger count, with steady growth that has increased ever since the carrier arrived here in 2005. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
So these drug addicts who squatted in my friend's house for 4 months left nothing but crap. I mean, 4-foot-tall piles of crap. No one gets arrested. No one gets fined. They escort them out and say, we'll store your stuff for you at our expense. Something's wrong with that. That ain't right. That is broken. Meantime, I've had the pleasure of becoming close friends with Lance O'Brien. We've talked about this build-up to what's happening today, this sign-up period. I don't think any of us prepared for the onslaught. Not I didn't. I'm an amateur, but you did. Right?
Well, we were projecting something we hadn't seen before, but I think even we are surprised right now at what we're seeing. It's an avalanche.
And it's stressful for folks waiting in a queue of sorts. It kind of helped them through this.
Yeah, so again, it's a scenario where there's so many people losing coverage, so many people getting their annual notice of changes and realizing that they have to review coverage, that they're calling in, they're reaching out, and again, we're handling a lot. But it's not just us. There's obviously other agencies and entities that do this, and the volume of people this year that just really need to look at their coverage is historic.
So how do you wade through this with your folks? How do you do it? How do you manage that many people, sir?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously having the client experience department to work with our current client base helps. So they're focusing on reviewing and managing our current clients, and then we have our agent team that's doing the new enrollments for all the new people that are calling. And then we actually have a triage team who's the front line of defense on the phones that are picking up the initial calls. And they're not licensed, but they're gathering people's prescription information, their doctors. They're inputting that into the system, and then they go into a queue for a callback. And, you know, it's a really great problem to have because of the trust that we've built up within the community. I mean, it's interesting to me. Just in the last 4 hours, we've received 19 5-star reviews. It's not, and again, we've helped way more people than that today. But when you're doing something at a high level and you're doing it very good, people want to use the service. So I'm incredibly grateful for that, right? I just want people to understand that, you know, what's happening, and if they can be a little patient, it's great, you know.
Because you're breaking all-time records, let's be honest.
We are. We're exceeding even projections that I had.
Because of all this change, because tens of thousands, more than 100,000 got kicked off their plan just here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, hey, you know what, I want to see what is out there. Yep. Like some years, it's like, I just want to see what other coverage is out there. No, you've just got literally tens of thousands of people who have lost their coverage, and they need a new plan, and they want to make sure with everything else going on that they get their cards in the mail, they get set up in time, and they're ready to go January 1st, right? So they're really hitting the ground running.
And people did get dumped. However, there's 70 options. There are options.
Close to 7. Yeah, if you include the dual eligible plans, there's over 70 options in most counties in Pennsylvania. So, and there's still good options.
Another great point, sir.
I always want to emphasize that. Like, yes, you're losing your plan. We're not going to minimize the stress that creates, the frustration of having to go through the process, but it's still incredible coverage. I will say it over and over again. I would love to have Medicare coverage for myself. the coverage on Medicare is really good, comparatively speaking. So you got to take the good with the bad, right?
But they will pay a little more?
They'll pay a little bit more. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to pay more for their Part B, most likely. I mean, there's still a lot of zero plans out there. So if they want to enroll in a zero plan, we can certainly assist them with that. Now, and especially for people that are healthy, those zero plans are very attractive, right? I'm not using it. I might go to the doctor a couple times a year, right? The higher end users, they're probably going to want plans that carry some kind of a premium because then they're going to have better co-pays when they actually use it. Or people could look at a supplement which eliminates a lot of the out-of-pocket costs, but there's a higher monthly premium on those.
Hey, when someone calls soup to nuts, how long can they expect to wait, sir?
Yeah, I mean, if we're able to handle them in that initial call and they don't go to triage, so say they call and one of our advisors answers, walks them through the process, it's going to be about 45 minutes or so.
Oh.
Right? If they have their stuff together, their prescriptions or medications, we're able to walk them through that in about 45 minutes. If they go to triage, right, they're going to take all that information in about 15 minutes, and then they're going to get called back and work through the process as well. So,
and by the way, this isn't a one-day sale kind of thing.
No.
Come on, man. Don't freak out.
Yeah. No, not at all. I mean, tomorrow's going to be as busy, and I think the one thing that's going to be true of this enrollment period, Marty, is it's probably going to be steady throughout for all the things that we're talking about right now. People are calling us today. They're not going to be able to get through. They're going to call back tomorrow, right? You know, and it's just going to build. Some people are waiting. They're not like, hey, I don't want to deal with the chaos of the first day, that type of stuff.
Wow. Lance O'Brien, a fine young man from MediConnect. I appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely. Same
Hang in
here.
there.
Yep.
I just advise people to chill out and not overreact, because when you do that, you lose out. I have been friends with him, and then before him, Brian, who founded this deal. I have never, ever, ever been around more professional people. And in fact, we rely on them, and I relied on them when if I became eligible, and they gave me the best advice, and they gave my friends the best advice. The truth is, you will get coverage. The facts are clear, they're the best, and trust them, because you can. There are a significant number of half-assed, amateur hour, let me open my trunk and sell you some insurance kind of people out there. Do not do that. I kind of compare them to the guys that used to drive around selling speakers for your stereo. That was not a good idea. I kind of compare them to the guys that sell and sign up a lawyer from a 1-800 number on CNN, or a woman who gets plastic surgery, or a man from a video they see on a late-night television show. Don't do it. This is important. It's your health. It's your future. And it's your finances. And particularly with veterans and folks who don't know this landscape, and I don't know this landscape, but the folks at MediConnect do. I have become close friends with Lance and Brian, and their number one priority is making certain that people get taken care of. And the truth is, they're not incentivized to sign you to some specific plan. And the truth is, their people don't get commissions based on, ooh, I signed up 60 people today. Their job is to do it right and to do it right for you. And I promise you they will do that. Lance is the man. But be patient. They're breaking all-time record numbers. For example, historically, they get 25 to 50 calls a day. They're getting 800 to 1,000. Just do the math on that and relax. Promise me you will.
The information you need, people you know, the little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey folks, Marty here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 years. Restrictions apply. Call 412-543-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves all Allegheny County citizens. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to be active in all Allegheny County communities and bring downtown services to those areas demonstrate why he's a sheriff for all Allegheny County citizens. Join me in voting to re-elect Sheriff Kevin Krause.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.